Listen, today we have a very, very special guest. Someone who literally just became the super champ. He unified the PFL and the Bellator belt. Someone Luke Rockhold has talked very highly of, shown a lot of respect. We watched the fight. Someone Rampage was excited to have in studio. Someone that we really were, I mean, listen, I don't want to get too crazy, but something that you've done is not only are you the first Jamaican world champion of all time in the MMA world, but you unified these two belts and these two organizations, and you're setting history and you're living it. And you're one of the most humble, most respectful people. You've shown me nothing but support for the podcast. So I'm very honored to have you here, ladies and gentlemen. Jason Jackson, the new champ.
Jason Jackson, man.
Respect.
What's up, dog?
Thank you for having me. I want to be here if it wasn't for my man sitting across from me, Rampage.
Thanks. For who?
Rampage.
Oh, yeah. Rampage?
Yeah, if it wasn't for Rampage, you know.
How?
As soon as I seen the name and Jackson, I'm like, man, I've been watching this podcast on YouTube. It's dope. And then when you reach out, I couldn't believe it. You know what I'm saying? I was like, man, Rampage is going to be on it. I need to see him and let him know how much he had impacted my life and empowered me to, you know what I'm saying, actually become an MMA fighter, because I wanted to do WWE. But the thing is, I was in like middle school and just came from Jamaica and telling people like, I want to be a WWE superstar. They would laugh at me. And then I was at my auntie house or whatnot, sleeping on the floor. Time was kind of rough around that time. Then I seen like a commercial of you and Chuck Liddell, and the fire out the TV just hit me. Like, you know, Chuck Liddell just doing that crazy stuff, and you like shelling up, knocking them guys out, and then powerbombing them. And I was like, man, I told my auntie like that's what I want to do, and she looked at me and she was like, boy, you crazy, want to knock your out? So I was like, I don't know, that's what I want to do, but I didn't want to fight. I just wanted to celebrate and had those great moments that you guys have. I didn't know how I was going to get to it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to fight. Fighting wasn't in it for me. It was just want to celebrate and look fucking the charisma and all that stuff. I wanted to do that. So I just want to say thank you, bro.
Oh man, that means a lot to me, because it's always strange hearing that, you know, when fighters say it, because it's kind of, you know, it's kind of hard to explain it, but I never thought about, that's the stuff that you don't think about. You don't think about you impacting people or inspiring people, you know what I'm saying? It's like doing what you love, and it goes out there in the universe, go out there in the world, and other people see it, and then other people inspired by it, man. That means a lot to me, and that actually going to make me train harder and you know what I'm saying, keep doing what I'm doing. You know, sometimes you lose sight of that, and the same thing is going to happen to you. One day, a younger guy going to come up to you and say the same thing about you, and it's going to make you feel the same way you just made me feel. Man, I appreciate that.
Appreciate that.
Yeah.
You know, one thing why I never really lose that fire, though, it doesn't matter how high I get to the top of the sport, I always maintain my regular lifestyle, which is I work, you know what I'm saying, I work for people who look down on me. I do landscaping work, and I will go in the backyard to do a job for even $50. They would look down on me. And at the same time, it made me keep that, you know, you have to stay in character. Don't act like you're bigger than life, you know what I'm saying? And afterward, after I finished doing the work and they still try to like underchange me or whatnot, you know, I take it. And I tell them like, listen, I don't even need the money, you know what I'm saying? But by me coming here and doing this and be humble, and I'll be like, just Google me, you see that, you know, I don't need to be here picking up trash or doing stuff for $50. So, you know, that kind of keep me a little level-headed, and I still continue on doing like my small job.
That's respect, man.
Yeah.
That's what Rampage says when he gets to karaoke. He says, Google me.
Yeah.
Hey, he's a little less humble in that space.
What? I can't believe he brought up the karaoke night.
Yeah. Hey, that's a video we don't need to go into. But one thing that is, you do have a very humble attitude about you, and Luke, you've been really good about this as well. Here in the Jackson house, you could see a lot of good energy, a lot of skaters and motocross riders and fighters, and our podcast is here. And you treat people with so much respect. That's a big reason and a big testament to you why this podcast is so successful. Whether it's the valet guy, the guy washing the car, or it's one of the guests, Rampage treat everybody the same. Luke does the same as well.
Speaking on that, I would get mad at Jason in practice because he would come and he had a car washing service. He'd be cleaning motherfuckers' cars after practice. And he'd bring his coconuts. He'd have his truck full of coconuts. He'd be like slinging coconuts and cleaning cars, climbing trees. This motherfucker never stopped. There was so much talent in this kid from the beginning. The moment I saw him, the moment I trained with him, I was like, you need to put that shit aside. You need to fucking focus. You got kids to feed. You need to fucking get your ass in the gym. Stop climbing fucking coconut trees.
It is true. When I first sparred Luke, And he's telling me all this shit. I was like, what the fuck you know? You get what I'm saying? You're a rich white boy. You get what I'm saying? He was like, no, I lived in the gym before I got to where I was at. And a lot of people doubted me. And coming from a guy like this, you know what I'm saying? I never seen like a bad video of him. So to hear him talk about that spot, that side of him, it just connected me right away. You know what I'm saying? And Luke, like I said, Luke, I used to spar with Luke hard, and after I finished, I still have to remember that he was my boss because I will go wash his car right afterward. You know what I'm saying? So I always had that respect for him, you know what I'm saying? 2 times a week, he was like, that's your job right there. You can wash my car any single time. So, you know what I'm saying? I still didn't like disrespect him because he's still a boss. Even though you want to kick your boss ass, like, you know, Stone Cold Steve Austin. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I had to show him that I had potential and I'm not just here to fuck around, you know what I'm saying?
I saw the video of you guys sparring. I saw you kick his ass. You put your foot in Luke's ass. I was very impressed because Luke kicked my ass the other day.
Yeah, that's how the relationship kind of start because he will always talk on Henry Instagram story like, man, who's that Jackson kid? You know what I'm saying? I will show out on all the guys that never really gave me that spotlight. Luke was the first one that I knew that, like, big guy that's in the UFC. He posted me on his page, actually show everybody like, this guy's a problem. Everybody else, I gave him troubles. I'm talking about top guys that you can name right now. They would never give me that clout or that shine. Luke was the first guy that did that. And within like 2 weeks, it was like 10K followers. I was like, man, I can't believe this guy actually did that. And he was like, man, this is the guy that the UFC missed out on. And I've been around so much guy, you can name it from top guys, and they would never, ever, ever throw my name in the basket like this guy did.
Oh, that's what's
up.
Man.
I have a lot of respect for him no matter what.
Respect. Luke.
Yeah, no matter what.
Jason used to fuck off. He used to do that. Like, you know, he had so much else going on, and he used to just he'd be smoking weed, getting high every day, and doing his thing, and everyone like didn't take him very seriously. And then, but when you saw him in the gym, when you saw how he trained, you saw how he computed his fight math is different. How he puts links shots together, it's like he's really thinking through the process. Where it's like he acts a fool a lot on the outside. He did. But when he fought, he was different. He was different, and I can see people when they can fight, when they can move, maneuver, and like just adding up different combinations and different things put together. Jason obviously put everything else aside, put down the weed, and focused on and became a completely different man. From the time I left to the time I came back, here and there, I just see such a different man, and I'm just proud to see this man on top of the game.
Yeah, I
think he's the best, the best welterweight in the world, 100%.
Yeah, for sure. Look, you got 2 belts right here.
Yeah. No, I mean he could have 3 easily.
I want to ask you about that. You said you was hustling and working, washing cars after training, and you mentioned that you was doing like construction at people's houses.
Yeah. Tree work. I was landscaping business.
Landscaping.
Yeah.
How many businesses do you have?
Damn. I don't call them business. I call them hustle.
Yeah.
Yeah, but at least 5 different hustles.
So it's true what they say about the Jamaican.
Yeah. No, it's real. It's real.
I didn't know that, man.
Yeah, no, it's real.
I saw it on a movie or somewhere.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
I know you're talking about.
Living Color.
Yeah, Living Color. Yeah.
I just thought they were joking around.
No, it's true. It's true. They say the truth is funny.
Yeah.
That's why you're a funny person, because you spit the truth. There's nothing, no fake, and people like, oh man, you know this guy's funny. So the truth is real, and that's why it come out funny. But yeah, Jamaican work 8 days a week, 8 different jobs. Sure, 100%. Yeah.
So how many jobs? How many jobs you got, man?
Yeah, man.
How many jobs you got, man?
So like I said, I would like guys like Luke Rockhold and guys like Kamaru Usman, Gilbert Burns. You know what I'm saying? Whenever they have big camps coming up, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'll ask them, I'll let them know, hey, if you could give me $50 a round, you know what I'm saying? I'll be here on top of my head and do it. And at the same time, if I'm making 50 a round and I could do three or 4 rounds, that's 150 right there. Plus wash his car for another 50, and then turn around, sell him a coconut. You get what I'm saying? I'm leaving a day with about 300 right there. And a regular person will make what? 120 for the day. So I'm already running a circle over them. That's what I thought. As long as I get up and I make $300 for the day, that's it. But it's over 100,000 for the year if you could do that consistent every day. Man, and so money. When I was on the Contender Series, you know what I'm saying, I kept getting these roadblocks. I broke my hand on the Ultimate Fighter. Mm-hmm. They didn't call me back or offer me a contract or nothing, no opportunity. It just kicked me to the curb. Then I went back to the regional scene, fought like 3 times in 2 different promotions, VFC and Titan FC, and won both their belt in like back-to-back month. Went to the Contender Series, My wife was pregnant. My mom's house got burned down in Jamaica. They sent me the video and everything the morning of going out there. So I felt like I had a black cloud over my head. And, you know, freaking, I went out there and I broke my leg. And I was like,
in Jamaica?
damn. No, on the Contender Series. Contender Series.
That's the video we watched.
That's when the UFC kind of wrote him off and like they put him out. Like he didn't get a chance for a while.
Nothing. And I was winning that fight too as well, you know what I'm saying? And I broke my leg and I was like, you know, I don't know what I'm going to do, you know what I'm saying? I went back. My wife was pregnant. She was going to give birth. And like a few months later, came back with eviction notice on my door. And I was like, fuck, I only got $5,000, supposed to get 10. I was like, damn, my mom's house burned down. Seen them pulling furniture out, everything out in Jamaica. And so I was like, man, what the fuck I'm going to do, you know what I'm saying? I can't continue on living life like an MMA fighter who train and then go home, get their sponsors and go play video game and all that. As soon as I finish leaving the gym, I got to put my work clothes on, bro, and go out in the field. The hard-ass sun in Florida and get this shit going, you know what I'm saying? I don't got that type of lifestyle no more. And I just remember starting my little tree service company. My brother had this tree service. He fell out, you know, and all that. And I went and watched the first video on YouTube, how to fucking get the job. That's what I did. So I went and I knocked on the neighbor door, dressed up, went to Walmart, buy a little fake ass little fucking construction shit.
Yeah.
Knocking it out, and I'm like, the first thing the video said, tell the guy, pull him outside and talk about what, you know, hazard stuff to get the job done. So I was like, hey sir, you know that one little branch, put my little professional voice on. Hey sir, you know that little branch right there? It could fall off and kill your dog, because if they kill them, they ain't gonna give a fuck. If they kill their dog, oh, they give you that job right away. So, you know what I'm saying? I went and the guy was like, all right, how much would you want to take that tree off my neighbor's house? He's gone. So in my head, my magic number is always 1,500. You know what I'm saying? I ain't know what the fuck the job worth. So it's like 1,500. He's like, hell no, that's too much. That's too much, bro. 75. So I already realized I've been watching what that shit called Shark Tank.
Yeah.
So I was like, you already split it in half. So I was like, you know what? Since you want to do 750, you got to give me half that. You got to give me 500 down on that deposit right now if you want me to do that shit for 750. So it's like, deal, you got a deal. So he gave me the 500. The first thing I did, I didn't have no tools at all. I just had a machete. So I went, and machete, we call it in Patois. So I went to the chainsaw store, used $300 out of that money, bought a chainsaw. Boom. I bought the chainsaw, ran over to my homeboy, like, hey, I got a job for y'all. You know what I'm saying? Gave their ass 150 right on the spot right there. Went to my girl grandpa house. Granddad, you think I could borrow the truck? I gotta go pick up some trash down the street for my boy real quick. Boom. Set up the whole scene, went there, did the thing. As soon as I cranked that chainsaw up, the whole neighborhood heard that shit. I should woke up neighborhood, everybody from left to right. I don't know which money to take. Like, hold on, bump. That day I pulled in like about $5,000. That's what I made on Contender Series. Training for fucking 4 weeks. That's when I took that fight on short notice. Like, what the fuck?
Man, he's
I just did that.
Yeah,
I just did that. So I was like, you know what? It's a character that you have to stay in and play that role as a boss. So I was learning how to play that character. And then when fast forward on, I fought in LFA, won the belt. Every local regional scene that I fought, I won their belt. So I won the LFA belt, and I started a car wash because I was like, you know what? I need to keep it going. And then one day I got up and I was like, you know what? Bro, fuck this shit. This MMA shit, because you on TV and all that, make you think you're a superstar, make you think you're somebody you're really not. You need to let go of that shit, man. I want to be the coconut man today, and I want to see if you can be that guy. Everybody look down on the coconut man, if you really think about it. So I was like, man, fuck that. I got what it takes to do that. So I got up and I put on the most trashiest clothes that I could find. And I went out there. I had a beat up van and I named it Clifford, you know what I'm saying? Because Clifford was my favorite cartoon to watch. Clifford, the big red dog. Yeah, it was red too, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So everybody would see it, and this guy, the truck is beat up, but it's like a real life character right here.
But
like
did you have rims on it though? Nice rims?
No, I had nothing on it.
You low key.
Yeah, because the way I got Clifford, I went over to this guy and he wanted 700 for him. And I was like, 700? I had the bread, you know what I'm saying? But the thing is, I wanted to make the money. So I was like, listen, bro, I got a tree job in 2 weeks, so I'm gonna give you 300 right now. Pick up Clifford, and then come back next 2 weeks and give you 300 from there. So that's how I did it. I got the truck, you know what I'm saying? So I've been running that. And then I was like, all right. So I went out to the coconut business. I was like, man, you got to think of something flashy and catchy, like a little metaphor or something. So it's like, I went out there. I'm like, coconut, one a day, keep the devil away. So, you know what I'm saying? Everybody would like, you know what I'm saying? Like, love that. And I was like, it just kind of made my character out there. I was just like, man, this is something you got to make your character a little more out there and be friendly and socialize with people.
Are you still hustling now that you got 2 belts though?
Yeah, definitely. It's definitely a draw from that. So once I start doing tree work, you know,
you got like how many people working for you now? If you get the tree business,
I do the work myself. I do the work myself.
You got some people working for you too, right?
I mean, if the job is big enough where I need 5 guys, I'm gonna go get 5 guys. But sometimes I got selective customer who I deal with.
Yeah, Bear loves 5 guys.
5 guys or the burger.
Yeah. He loves that
the burgers are just 5 guys in gym.
Oh, come on, man. It's 20.
We're having a nice conversation.
Yeah, you want to take it there.
You want to go there.
He eats the burgers. Bear,
I eat what?
You eat the 5 guys burgers?
I don't eat nothing.
You don't eat the 5
I
guys?
eat protein shakes, dog.
Okay, let's
Trying to cut to 45.
Yeah. So it was like, you know, kind of like that for me. And like with the bells, once Eddie Alvarez, when I first met him, I used to whoop his ass. He's my boy. He know that. And then Eddie Alvarez. No, for real, when I first, because the style, you know what I'm saying?
See, it doesn't say that about me, though. Hey?
No, he don't have to say it, because it's on Instagram. I saw him whooping your ass on Instagram. He was smaller than you.
You know, he's all shelling up. You see him all shelling up like you, too.
I saw him kicking your ass.
Brazilian, so he told me something that puzzled my mind. I went to his house. We had the fighter's house, and he was like, Jackson, you whoop my ass in training, but one thing, in a fight, you will never beat me. And I was like, why you say that? He was like, because I'm ready to die in there. When he said that, I didn't have a rebuttal. Because I ain't never think about going to a fight and fucking die. I'm thinking about going and killing somebody.
Right.
And it just puzzled my mind. I was like, God damn, he's fucking right. Because I'm not ready to fucking die in that shit. Never thought that. I thought I'm going and kill somebody. So now, after I start doing tree work, the only way I could go up in a tree that's 100 feet, you got to be conceived with dying. You got to be okay with it. You know what I'm saying? So I see a lot of people fall out from having like heart attack or something of that nature up in the tree. They look down like, oh.
You seen that before?
Yeah, people die. Heart attack, lightning, all type of stuff like that.
You've seen that?
I mean, I haven't seen that, but you know what I'm
on
saying?
YouTube.
I heard
it's like Florida Man. You know, like the Florida Man.
This guy, there's a video of him on Instagram. He's on a 30-foot tree by himself, climbing it and chains on the whole thing.
More than 30. That's over 40 feet.
It's up there, bro.
Oh yeah,
these motherfuckers. Yeah. Hey, Florida. The weather changes. You got those tall ass trees. Florida's
fuck all that. Why you still do that? And you fucking double champ right now.
Like I said, it keeps me humble.
There's other ways to keep you humble.
No, trust me.
Hey, bro, don't. I mean, I've been preaching this thing from
I'm not trying.
No, for real.
But you're not bringing coconuts to practice no more. He's got his Porsche Cayenne. There ain't no way.
He says it out of respect, though. He's saying there's other ways so you don't have to put yourself in danger.
It's not a Porsche Cayenne, it's
Panamera. But there ain't no way you got coconuts in the back of that thing.
What'd you name that car?
I didn't name it, but the reason why I got a Porsche was because I remember the days when I was sleeping in my Impala and I was walking to school every day, and I used to listen to the Jeezy, Done It All. I only had one pair of Air Forces, and he was talking about the Porsche, and I was like, man, I just feel like I have to get a Porsche. You know what I'm saying? If it wasn't for that, I would have stick with Clifford.
That's what music do to you, man. That's why I bought a Maserati, and I fucking hated that car.
Maserati's the worst car.
From?
The worst.
I had a Tesla when they first came out years ago.
Oh, nice.
And then I didn't like it because it wasn't like it is now. You couldn't hardly charge that motherfucker up. I said, fuck this. I sold it and I got me a Maserati. Then I hated the Maserati. Because I got it because of the rap music.
Was that in between the time where you bought like 10 Lambos, the 18 van, and like 12 supercharged Hellcat? Like,
so I want to hear more about your hustling.
Yeah. So
is it true though, real quick on the car thing? Is it true that you bought the Porsche because you would drive an hour to practice every day?
Not just that. It was this guy that used to own shares in a Dolphin. That motherfucker told me the only way I get that job is I come to the morning to wash his car at 5 a.m. at the gym. I was like, bro, you serious? You gonna tell me I need to come at 5 a.m.? Watch. 5 a.m. I was there. Every day he brought another Porsche. So when I come out there and them guys see me, they go in the gym and see me washing Porsches, I say I'm gonna wash one until I own one. I manifest that. I'm gonna wash a Porsche until I own one.
Unreal.
And exactly, I showed the video. It's on my Instagram. Literally, like documented the day I'm out there washing Porsche. And I ain't gonna lie, people used to think that, you know, like, oh, this guy just done fought and he's still here washing cars. Cause I was getting money. I didn't have to go back into my damn paycheck money. I never look at those. My pays.
You never even spent that yet, huh? You
put it in the stock market. So I get money back from the government in tax. Every single check that I get, I'll put it in the stock market.
You probably a billionaire already.
No.
So in terms of your career so far, one thing I've really learned a lot about you through Luke. I've been following you for a minute, talking to you on Instagram, following everything. And when you were going to get the Bellator belt, Luke was here with me, and Luke said that dude is the best welterweight in the world. That dude is unbelievable. His timing, his footwork, the way he puts things together. Luke is one of your biggest fans, and he shows you the utmost respect. So we all watched the fight. You got the belt. Then you become the Bellator champion. And just to kind of update the fans in the community, after you get that Bellator belt, PFL and Bellator merge, and they come to you and they say, yo, we want you to do a super champ fight overseas. Is that what happened?
Yeah, but they disrespect me in the process of it. Because when I went to Washington, D.C. to see their show, Dan Davis came up to me. But I don't think it was him who said that. But I can't recall who said it, but I felt like they disrespect me because they was like, you know, everything we already had Yaroslav name on the package.
Oh,
yeah. I was like, hold on, Yaroslav name on the package? Oh, say no more, dog. I've been the underdog my whole life. I've been proving myself. I'm not supposed to be here. I made it out of a small town in Jamaica.
What town is that?
Clarendon, you know what I'm saying? Small little area, you know what I'm saying? I used to walk to school through bushes and all this stuff. And, you know, I'm here with all these people. I'm not supposed to be here, really. So you put me down, this is nothing new, you know what I'm saying? I had to claw and fight my whole life to be where I'm at, you know, so, and I'm...
Wow. Don't carry that, though, man. I've been there before on like when I didn't get respected coming into the UFC and I had to go fight Vitor Belfort in Brazil on steroids, and like it doesn't help you. Obviously, Ukrainian, the guy was an undefeated champion, and they with what's going on in Ukraine, they got to believe in that. So just don't carry it. You're the top of the game, and just do your thing. Fight.
Unfortunately, he got me this far.
Yeah,
it got me this far.
I know. I'm
even
just
if
saying,
I don't have adversity, I'm gonna find something.
Yeah.
To put me in that position, because I know that's when I strive on that adversity. Yeah. So you know what I'm saying? Some people, different things work for other people, but I know that worked for me just off of where I came from. I can't forget.
I know.
If I forget where I'm coming from, I won't know where I'm going.
But it's gangster up there. Hey, it's gangster up there in the negotiations. So if you want to be like, don't be their enemy at the top. Work with them a little bit.
From the business side.
Work with them a little bit. I mean, because it's ruthless at the top of the game. These promoters and these mafioso kind of style. I think we're around the game, so just play right.
I understand what he's saying.
Yeah. I didn't rebel against it, show it to them, but within my heart, I kept that. Like, you know, this is my motivation. This is my why. Why I'm gonna do it. Yeah. I'm gonna show these guys that where they getting is real. There's nothing fake about me or nothing like what I'm saying. These are real words. It's coming from somewhere. You know what I'm saying? And that's why whenever they see me on the interview or whatnot, I'm smiling. I'm not smiling because I love to smile. It's because I don't want them to know what's really going on inside my heart.
Right.
You know?
Right. I understand exactly what you're saying. When I was fighting in Pride, you know, it took me a while to figure out, but they was using me and treating me like shit, underpaying me and stuff like that. And then what really like turned me against them is when they made that first video game. And you know, I love video games, and I wanted to be in a video game, right? But Shogun had just Ninja. I think it was Ninja or Shogun. One of them. They just came to Pride. I think it was Shogun, and they put Shogun in the game, and they didn't put me in there. Wow. And they threw it in my face. The people that was handling me, right? They wanted me to promote the video game and play it, and because they knew I was a gamer. I always spoke about it in interviews. Like when you fight in Japan, they get real detailed in your life. Because they pay attention to details, right? So they knew I was a gamer. All the Japanese fans knew I was a gamer, and they wanted me to promote the game. I was like, no, I'm not going to promote the game. I'm like, oh, why not? I was like, because you got this newcomer in this game, but you know, I've been in Pride for several years now, and you guys didn't put me in the game. So why I'm going to promote the game? And they was smiling and stuff while I said the whole thing, right? Yeah. And so people started doing interviews and stuff. It got out, and I started trashing Pride. I started talking shit about them. And to this day, like they don't like me. You know what I'm saying? And so I feel like I kind of burnt the bridge with them. But they came and asked me, they was like, why you don't say good things about Pride? I said, give me something good to say. Because I want to say good things. You know what I'm saying? And same thing with the UFC. When I wasn't happy, I said stuff, and now me and Dana White, like, we don't see eye to eye, you know? So my advice would be like, you know, it's hard. You know, we're human beings. We have feelings. Like, people don't expect for us to have feelings and stuff. But I was just like, not burn my bridges by taking it too far. But I said some fucked up shit. But everything I said was true though. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Same here.
No, I learned about that for sure. Burn your bridges, and you know, they say if you spit in the sky, what gonna happen?
You'll fall on your face, huh?
Right back in your face. Yeah. So, you know, it's so much lesson to that I already learned already. But it doesn't mean that if a Ukrainian fan or a Paris fan comment on something, it doesn't mean that it's not here as a motivation in my life. I might not show it because I got a good way of hiding it with my smile. It doesn't mean I'm gonna come on and just start trashing them because I've been there before already. There's been times when I jump off the ship too early, and I learned from that. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, I understand what you're saying, but at the same time, I know that's like my fire right there. So I use it. You know what I'm saying? Even when I was fighting Ray Cooper now, I did not watch one bad fight of this guy. Even though people were saying this guy is not who he is, I did not watch one bad fight of him. I watched every single fight when he had long hair, he was knocking everybody out like he was Mike Tyson and all that. And motivate me every day to get up and run and train hard and doing everything harder. So I find a way how to inspire myself and stay motivated.
You think that worked for you, watching all his fights of him winning and stuff? That motivated?
It motivate me.
They did the opposite for me when I fought Vanderlei the first time. I watched all his fights, right? And he's the only guy I ever studied, like watching tape on. And I couldn't find one of him losing because he was undefeated for 5 years. And the person that made me the tape, you know, back then it was on VHS when I watched it. And he was just hurting everybody, knocking everybody out, beating up everybody. And my first time fighting him, I had this style where I do my cover and roll and I fire back, and so I can knock people out. Right?
Love that, man.
Yeah, but I was scared to do it against Van. I was like, oh, he's too fast. He's too fast. He's not going to fall for it. And that really fucked me. And that was what lost my fight because I was doing the cover and roll too much, and I didn't fire back. And he grabbed my head and he kneed me, and he kneed me like 15 sometimes. I was like, damn, I should have trusted myself, but. And then after that, I never watched any more tapes on anybody else.
Was it a highlight you watch of him?
What it was? No, I watched his full fights. I watched his.
That didn't motivate you more though, like in day-to-day training, like get up. I mean, you see a guy like Vanderlei in Pride. I'm getting my ass up and I'm running. I'm working.
Oh yeah.
I ain't taking any breaks.
Oh yeah.
Not about the thought process in the fight, but just the motivation.
No. It motivated. I trained hard, but I thought he was really fast, right? And I've never been known for speed. That's not my thing. My thing is power. I've never really been known for speed. Like I'm fast when I have to be, but my timing is what fucks people up. I have my coaches say I have like different timing, but my thing is power. I like being in the pocket and having power. But I just felt like, oh, he was so fast. I saw him like just going off with the hooks.
Explosive,
you know what I'm saying? And so I was worried about that. But at the same time, I was sparring with jiu-jitsu guys. I didn't have like, you know what I'm saying, dogs there to spar with. My team was kind of young, you know, much respect to them, much love for them helping me train, but they didn't like sparring me either. Even the heavyweight on my team didn't like sparring me. And so I had to spar with like a little bit of jiu-jitsu guys that didn't know anything about Muay Thai or boxing. But so I commend you on your mindset. I wish my mindset was like that. I wish I would have been like, oh, fuck that. You know, instead of telling myself, oh, he's too fast. And I fucked myself. But I never watch any more tape on anybody.
No, but you did something that I don't think I'll be able to do until they put me in that situation. Fighting Pride was barbaric.
10-minute round.
Count me out. This man over here fighting bare knuckle. Yeah, they asked me to do that. Hell no.
No.
I don't care what y'all see on TV. That ain't me, man.
What's your price? What's your price for bare? I know my price for bare knuckle. Like what they have to come with. If a bare knuckle promoter come to you right now, what's your price? We all got one when it comes to fighting.
See, everyone said no, but then you start smiling.
Yeah.
Great question.
Yeah,
he's smiling a little nice.
And it's opponent and the money. Like,
I tell you my price.
I think I won $3 $3 million because I know I wouldn't want to do it.
Right. Yeah, you price
Yeah, they're
yourself
like,
out.
man, get the fuck out of here. You boring anyway. I'm like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
What's your price?
My price would be like $5 million.
$5 million, you do bare knuckle fight.
Yeah, $5 million.
Against anybody.
$5 million? Shit, yeah. Almost anybody, yeah.
Wow. What's your price to do it again?
I'd do it for, depending on who. If I got a rematch with Mike Perry and I could fight differently, yeah. You know, now that you're in there, you get a different understanding of how that game works. You can't like be a slick.
But what's
boxer.
your price, nigga? What the fuck?
Dude, I do it for two. I do it for two.
All right.
Oh, that's him putting that out there.
Just be
Hey,
nice.
bare knuckle.
Hey, I do it for two.
Bare knuckle, get Luke Rockhold $2 million. You'll see a rematch.
Hey,
Luke
bare knuckle.
Rockhold
Hey,
versus-
bare knuckle kickboxing. I do it. I do it for free. Against Mike. I put.
Don't give it away for free.
No. I put
500 minimum.
I'd say a mill. I do it for a mill. And I put paychecks on the line for with kicks.
Yeah, but no one's
Bare
gonna
knuckle
fight you. No one's
kickboxing.
gonna fight you
Bare
with
knuckle
kicks.
kickboxing is different because there's a way to judge distance. There's no way to judge distance when you're just doing bare knuckle boxing. It's like you just come forward and you just try. Everything is gonna get through.
Bro,
you can't block anything.
You should start a bare knuckle kickboxing. You
Bare
know, the
knuckle.
old Muay Thai with the thing. You should
It's not.
start that.
It's not something I'm trying to do. I'm just saying. I'm good at it.
Bro, I always
I
had
just
these
want to
ideas.
settle that
That's-
shit.
Bro,
Listen,
yeah.
and not to put out a rumor, but like I heard that he was gonna fight Lyoto Machida in a bare knuckle kickboxing fight. Me and you were there.
Bare knuckle. I got Lyoto multiple times. But Lyoto didn't really want to mix it up. So
Oh, so this is true. Me and Rampage.
Is it true?
Is it true?
Is it?
Tell us.
Lyoto declined to fight in multiple leagues.
No, what's one of the
Or
biggest
he
things, too?
maybe he just wanted more pay. I mean, like they offered him quite a bit of money too.
You know what's one of the biggest thing why I had that mindset? Sorry to cut you off. Look, you know what's
Man,
one of
this
the
is about
biggest
you,
things-
man.
go ahead.
You know what's
Yeah,
one of the
come on.
biggest thing why I had that mindset? Because I was able to be real with myself. Like if I know, like Ray Cooper when I was watching, I was like, this guy knocked people out. I'm not going to act like a tough fighter. I'm fucking scared. I don't want to get fucking knocked out. I don't want to get up every day, run 2 times a day, and end up getting embarrassed. All that hard work and you still get your ass knocked out. You know what I'm saying? Those are the shit that play mind fucking my head. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like fucking get knocked out and embarrassed on TV.
Yeah, it's
Not that I
embarrassing,
haven't.
yeah.
It's embarrassing. You know what I'm saying? So within my mind, it just had me like, man, I'm a realist to myself. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna get up and act like tough fighters and all that shit. That ain't me.
Yeah.
I'm just here to get the check.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Then another thing too, when I broke my leg, going back to that, you know, and I was making so much money hustling. Like I come in your backyard and pick up some trash for about $1,000, and then I will have to go fight for a league, local league like LFA or those guys, and they offer me $1,000. I don't say no. That's extra money. Put my shoes on and come outside and come pick that up. That's what it was like for me. You know what I'm saying? That just go towards all my other hustling. As if I wash cars, so coconut in one day and everything in 1 month, I just put it on all that accumulated. You know what I'm saying? So within my head there, $1,000 never bitch. Just show me the opponent. For if it's $1,000 opponent, I'm there. Say
You
no
never
more.
negotiate when
Not in those small leagues.
Yeah.
I never did. You know what I'm saying?
you have a manager that does that.
yeah, now I do. And
Do you ask him to negotiate? Like,
Yeah, hell
when,
yeah,
When they
hell
offer you, you tell them, no, I want this much now.
Yeah, especially some of the short notice fight that I have done and going up to the weight class. I'm like, I'm doing y'all a favor. So the only thing y'all could do for me is just X, Y, Z in return.
How you find time to run 2 times a day and train and hustle like 8 jobs? How you find all this time? And it's only 24 hours in one day.
So the thing is, once you do something, it become a repetition and become automatically. Like I used to get up in the morning and I think about what I did yesterday, and it made me don't want to continue on throughout the day or even freaking be productive that day. And then I just mold myself into this person. As soon as I wake up, just thank God and don't think about how you feel. Because if you think about how you feel, your mind gonna start negotiating with how your body feel and everything.
Man, he's so right.
Yeah, so
Mindset's crazy.
And it's the gym too, man. This gym that you got is full of so many killers, so many guys, and you're at the top of the heap. You're the king of the gym right now. So I imagine being there at that gym, things have changed so much.
king of the gym. I don't consider myself that.
Oh, you're at the top, man.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
are.
definitely.
You are.
Yeah,
He's very humble,
way-
man.
the
You know,
way you
No, I
think
don't
about
consider
it.
myself that.
Yeah. Humble people, you gotta be careful what you say to them like that, because you know.
He took that insulting.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm not-
I did.
You
I
just,
did.
you just insulted the king. Apologize to the king.
King of the gym.
he's the
Don't
top-
insult
he's
the
the-
king of the gym.
no,
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 nah, don't
he's-
insult the king of
don't
the gym. Don't
insult
do
the
that.
king.
I
Yeah.
heard him. Don't do that, man.
No, because it could be days I go
Don't.
in there and the guy that you would think will never be able to fight his way out of wet bag will kick my ass that day. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I don't get upset. I just say, you know what? I just gave my best that day. And if that's a bad day and I gave my best, just imagine when I'm having a good day and I do my best. So same thing, I mold myself into practice how to do my best. So I don't even have to think about doing my best, just automatically. Get up every day and I just say, you know what? I'm doing my best today to make $300. That's the mark right there.
I need to start hustling like you because I'm going to be real, man. I'm going to be real. MMA has made me soft in other areas where like even stuff like changing my own tire on my car or doing stuff around the house. Do you know how long it's been since I did my own laundry? Since I washed dishes in my own house? Like when I started fighting in the UFC, I started seeing real money. I didn't see real money in Pride and stuff like that. I saw cash money, but when I started fighting in the UFC, I started making like the big bucks, and you know, I like put my family on. I like to take care of my family. I don't really care about money, but what I wanted to do was I put my parents on payroll, put my little sister through college, and you know, do my other little charities that I don't talk about, and I was happy with that. But then I'd rather pay somebody to do stuff for me than do it myself. Because I'm a firm believer in time is the most valuable commodity that God ever created. You know what I'm saying? Because you can make new kids, you can make new friends, you can buy a new car, but you can't buy more time. And that's one thing that I try not to waste. You know, I waste enough time playing video games, but for me, I don't feel like it's a waste. I can sit 14 hours a day playing video games if I don't got nothing to do. That's just me. But I don't see that as a waste of time because that's something that keeps my mind occupied. It keeps me, because I've had a real hard life, and you know, I still deal with a lot of childhood trauma and stuff like that. But I don't talk about it a lot. But video games let me escape. But my friends would say, "Oh, you're wasting your time." I don't waste time. You can't get it back.
You're just sitting there washing dishes. You're thinking about all that bad shit.
I don't wash dishes, but I'm saying now that I met him.
If you were, I'm just saying if you were.
But you
like,
use video games as an escape, so that way you don't go do irrational things. That's one thing that's very important. Is that, and I just want to explain that about you because a lot of people don't know this about you. I understand the whole concept. You didn't give yourself the nickname Rampage, but this guy is he wears his emotions on his sleeve. He is as real as it comes. But he does so much for people around him that people don't know. But he also has a very short temper. So if he knows that he's getting to that point, he just locks himself away, does video games, and doesn't do anything irrational. That's how he stays out of trouble. Days,
if I have if I get bad news or I have a bad day, I don't leave my house. I can't because somebody,
you know, black cloud is following.
Oh yeah. I can't. Somebody step on my shoes and they don't say excuse me or something. I don't know what I'm gonna do. It's disrespect.
Someone spills beer on him. It's disrespect.
Oh, disrespect.
Real quick.
Oh man.
Real quick.
Yeah, I apologize. I almost got in trouble when we went to the UFC.
I seen it.
Yeah,
Vanderlei Silva was so cool. I love that.
Oh yeah,
it wasn't Vanderlei.
I love that.
That was the first. That was the first time me and Vanderlei was cool.
Hey, we never even talked about that. Did he end up hitting you up that night about fighting?
Vanderlei?
You and Vanderlei?
No, but he did say that he was willing to fight me in a boxing match. Would you come to if I box? Would you come out and watch?
Hell yeah, I wouldn't miss not one of your fight, bro.
All right.
I swear. That's how much respect I have for you, bro.
Last night we were eating dinner. You were talking about him. You were talking about fighting, and I want to talk a little bit now about PFL and Bellator. They just did the merger. Obviously, you know, Bellator just sweeped the PFL fighters. It looks
swept.
like sweeped. It was a sweeping.
Heavyweight.
It was a sweeping.
It was a sweeping.
Well, the heavyweight championship was
pretty crazy.
Why you gonna go there? Why you gonna embarrass Ryan Bader like that?
I'm not gonna embarrass my boy. Bader's my boy, but I mean Bader's my boy, but there wasn't a sweep.
It was a pretty close to sweeping. I think it was just one weight class. So obviously Bellator came through.
Bader's my boy, dog. I'm just calling spade a spade.
Man, that's a low blow. He was a dominant champion for a while.
Yeah, dude, he's my fucking boy.
But Bader is an amazing fighter, and at the same time, you got to show him respect, just like we show you respect.
You got to show him respect, man.
Right now.
Yeah. What you said was very disrespectful.
Honestly, Luke, a lot of people have respect for you. Just have the same respect for them.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Bellator came in. You guys went over there and did your thing. Have they talked to you about the merger moving forward and how Bellator is going to be working with the PFL, especially now you being the super champ?
Whatever they come with me at, you know, I'm ready for it, you know.
But have they talked about how the fights are going to work, the organizations?
I think they're going to have a super fight, you know, for the Super Bowl ring right here. Or I think it's called Fight Mania or something that going to happen in Saudi Arabia. So whatever the champ is, that current moment, I know I'm not planning on losing the belt. And I'm going to defend the Bellator belt. You know, that's my pride right there. But whatever they want, you know.
Yeah, I'm low key jealous about that ring. Who's the champion at 205? Because I know I ain't gonna be able to get the heavyweight belt because of Francis Ngannou's over
I don't
there.
even think they have a 205-pound belt.
It's an open weight class.
It's an open weight class.
Yeah.
Man, I can get one of them.
Easy.
I gotta get down to 205. Ain't no
Hey,
champion.
go fight in Bellator?
Why did they do that?
I want this belt with this ring.
You don't have to
No,
fight.
not Bellator. Fuck Bellator or PFL.
You don't have to fight. Just give me 30 band right now.
Oh, fuck. I gotta earn. It won't mean to
I
say
love that.
I gotta earn.
You don't give away money. You know, for my last fight, defending my pride right here, I was in the bathroom and I was, cutting weight, and I had about 3 hours, 3 pounds to go, and the last 3 was hard. And I thought about it, like, man, should I give this motherfucker 20% of my purse? And something was like, fuck nah, bro. you work outside hard for your fucking money, bro. There's no way you gonna give this man a red penny. I'd rather do the fight right here in the bathroom and not make it to the fight, but you gonna make weight.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't give away nothing because I know how hard I work for the money, and it kind of go back to what you're saying, how you got a little complacent once you start making big money.
Yeah.
Like what Marvin Agler said, you start sleeping on the silk sheet and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I don't do none of that.
Yeah, that's good. That's good, man.
Yeah, man.
Say like that. I look up to Floyd Mayweather because of that. I was like, how this guy got all this money, but he's still going out there and being undefeated and stuff like that. I had a real problem with that when I started making a lot of money. I was like, man, I don't want to do this no more. I don't want to. I got to a point where I didn't even want to do my, my gym bag. I didn't want to do my gym bag. I hired an assistant to go to the gym with me. And after I got done training, her job was to pack up my damn gym bag and go. Because it's like the little tedious stuff. It was that bad, bro.
Well, fighting is different than boxing.
You know,
Stepping in that cage is different than any kind of ring. It's a different fight, like being locked in that cage, even bare knuckle, doesn't feel as, as real. Everything's more real in a cage. I don't know. When you're locked in that cage, it's not like a boxing ring. It ain't like there's a certain amount of freedom you feel like when you're in a ring.
Rampage? You feel the same way about the cage versus a ring now that you've been doing both?
Yeah. Well, I haven't had the actual fight yet, but the training for the boxing is much easier for me. MMA, I would say it's the toughest job in the world besides being like a soldier in the war. I think that's the only thing that's tougher than being an MMA fighter. Yeah. Prove me wrong. Is there another job, like maybe fireman?
No, I mean,
I don't know.
Yeah,
it's the only way where you feel your life is in real danger.
Yeah.
No way. What you guys go through is crazy.
You got to think about dying every time you get in that. Like you said,
it's tree was harder than that. Cutting trees.
You think cutting trees?
Fuck yeah. You talking about cutting trees?
I couldn't do that. I can say I couldn't do that job. I'm scared of heights.
Yeah, there's no way I could do that.
That's what I'm saying. You got to overcome fear. And then after you overcome that fear, if you don't have like like a big crew, like you're saying, bucket truck, all the tools to make the job easier, then it won't be no fear, nothing to overcome. But I didn't have none of that. I just had a chainsaw. I had to go out there myself. Ain't nobody that coming to work for $150 gonna fucking go up in a tree for no $150. No.
Hey, Jason, would you clean windows on a skyscraper?
On those pulleys.
I mean,
if that's what I had to do, I'm gonna do
on those
it.
pulleys, like I'm talking like 100.
That's what I had to do. I'm gonna do it.
This is why this guy's winning belts, because that's what I have to do, I'm gonna do it.
No, it's real because look at
split a
fighting.
wig open.
The reason why I fought, it wasn't because I love fighting, or it wasn't because I'm good at it, because I had no choice. I didn't know no other way I was gonna make it out.
You don't know how to rap? You don't know how to sing Roxanne Fargo? You got Bob Marley head on you.
None of that. No,
you can't sing?
Wait.
That's what I'm so envious that I can't sing. That's one of the things I always want to do, but I don't know how to do it.
They got auto-tunes now, so now you can sing.
Like
Rampage got a song.
Yeah.
Rampage got a song.
You got brought
I got a song. I didn't use auto-tunes though.
No,
I have used some auto-tunes on some of my songs,
but like you say, see how the reason why I relate to you as a fighter from your trauma in Memphis. Watch that documentary and everything, how you was brought up and everything. I had trauma in Jamaica too. A guy tried to kill my mom when I was like, 5 years old, stabbed up by 9 times, broke a bottle in the head, and I was right there.
No way.
I was right there on the scene.
Where is he at now? Let's go get him.
I mean, I don't know where he's at right now, but
did he go to jail?
He's in Jamaica. Yeah, he ain't go to jail. My mom went to jail because my mom turned around and threw some acid on him. And he was melting. He went to the station, told him, snitch, act like a little bitch. Then I had to live in the same neighborhood because he lived right down the street from us. He used to walk around and sharpen his machete every day. So anyway, see,
let's go get that Bate boy.
Yeah, bro. No, some serious stuff. Serious.
That's fucked up, man. You don't mess with a man's mom.
I mean, I was a kid growing up, and I saw that shit. So it's just that's what brought the fighter in me. And then my stepdad used to abuse my mom as well. So I remember one day being like around 8 or 6 years old. Broke a bottle over his head, you know what I'm saying? All type of stuff like that I used to go through defending my mom. I just met my dad when I came here too in America.
Is he lives here in the States?
He lived here in the States.
Was he Jamaican?
No, he's Jamaican for sure.
Yeah.
He inspired me to be a better man because like he wasn't a perfect man. So when I see that and I kind of understand that, it kind of draw me closer to him because before I used to have a lot of resentment against him.
Is he?
You have a good meeting? Like,
No, that's my dog.
So y'all friends now?
That's why I say inspired me to be a better man. That's my dog.
How old were you when you met him?
I was 12 when I came to the state. I was already a man already in Jamaica.
Do you call him dad or you just call him by his first name?
I call him dog, man.
Does he come to your fights and stuff now?
No, I don't think he don't come to my fights.
Is he not a fan of the sport?
I don't know if he's a fan, but he always tell his friends him how proud he are, but he never really show any support.
Get him tickets and have him come to your fight one time.
Yeah, that'll be good. You know, when I want to start signing up for wrestling in high school and I try to get him to sign up, he told me, hell no, I ain't signing up for no wrestling. You want him to break your neck? I don't got an insurance fee. I still went and forwarded his signature. Still went and did it. So to me, I just felt like if I would have, one thing I kind of envy a lot of kids, their parents just to be supportive of them, but I didn't have that backbone.
Yeah.
One thing about the envy of growing up in a situation like that and making it kind of sharpen you up a little bit and giving you the fire to train. Luke was talking about that you'd be the only one in the gym that would step up. If anybody was saying something, you'd be the first one there. I know you guys were at Sanford before Killcliff, right? Is that what it was? And then there was another gym before that with Henry, right?
We were through like multiple gyms because it was the Black Zillions and then that all broke up. And so we went from like Combat Club to Hard Knocks and then eventually over to Sanford.
And then eventually you were calling him out a little bit. And in all seriousness, this guy would go in there and bang with you. And then that's when you discovered him and was like, all right, cool. This guy's the real deal. And then you guys ended up at Killcliff. How did you end up at Killcliff though? Like, how did you stay?
I never left.
Everyone was together. It was like Henry kind of departed. Henry departed from throwing Black Zillions and kind of pulled his own guys together, and we would just jump around. I was like, I really like Henry. My whole team had fell apart, and me and Henry had always worked together. That's what brought me over there, and then I connected with Jason and I knew Kamaru and the guys before, so we would just jump around from like we were trying to find a legitimate spot. We landed at that Hard Knocks for a while because we had a deal going there, and then I was working a deal with Dave. I kind of introduced Jason to it, my manager, and then we had Sanford, and so we had this backing to build the gym that everyone deserved, which is Sanford, which eventually got taken over and became Killcliff.
And you're still at Killcliff now, right?
Yeah.
And is Henry still your coach?
Henry and Greg.
Yeah, talk to me about the experience with Henry. And a lot of people, talk about how good of a coach he is and how good Killcliff is.
So when I met Henry at Black Zillion, it was crazy, because I had to earn my way in on the team because I walked in off the street, you know what I'm saying? Somebody told me about this Black Zillion guy. Life was rough for me, you know what I'm saying? I didn't have a car, nothing there, you know what I'm saying? Catching a bus, getting dropped off. So I went in the gym and Henry was like, listen, you got to spar to get on the mat because the mat is so full. You got freaking 50 people emailing me every day to get in. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't no walk on. So I was like, cool, say no more. Literally, I walked in. I wasn't trained, nothing or anything. And he had 2 guys sparring me. And I knew boxing, and I got away from wrestling a little bit, but wrestling is my first art that I learned in high school. And I wasn't, like, consistent because I wasn't going to school, you know what I'm saying? My parents didn't care. I didn't have nobody, you know what I'm saying? But I still graduated at the end of the year. And I was doing a little wrestling because I always wanted to be like Kurt motherfucking Angle, you know what I'm saying? That's what I want to be like, you know what I'm saying? So freaking Henry told me I had to spar. I was doing more boxing, and they put me against 2 guys that know how to kick. Cosmo Alexander and Nakamura. And he was behind me like telling the guys what the fuck to do, you know what I'm saying? So Cosmo kept kicking my arms and took away my whole arsenal from me, bro. Like, I don't know how to box. I ain't know how to kick at that time at all. And fucking, they whooped my ass that day. I'm not even gonna lie. Both of them were tag teaming me type of thing. One guy go in, next guy go in.
Did you get tired?
Fuck yeah. They kept kicking me and shit. So, I got up. I was disappointed in myself, bro, looking at Henry like, fuck. So he was like, listen, bro, I'm going to tell you something. My heart started dropped. Listen, bro, I don't think you come back here, bro. You got, no, he was like, listen, I'm going to give you 3 weeks to get better, bro. 3 weeks to get better. If not, you can't come back in here, bro. You got too much people are trying to get into the camp. So I was like, fuck. It was a relief came over when he said 3 weeks. I was like, I thought you was gonna tell me I couldn't come back. 3 weeks is all I need to get better. Cause I know I wasn't on top of my shit, you know what I'm saying? I just came little off the street and he told me I got to spar. I wasn't ready. And I was like, cool. Man, I went back. I start running bridges, doing all my cardio, putting my work and everything. I came back in 3 weeks. Ask them boys. Yeah.
You kicked their ass?
I don't like say I kick people ass in sparring, but I gave them a run where they like, man, this guy
Did you learn to kick
here.
in 3 weeks?
No, I didn't learn how to kick. I just used my hand and my movement and my wrestling, and you know what I'm saying, showed them what I was good at. At that time, I couldn't move because I was like out of shape. You know what I'm saying?
I heard a rumor. I know you won't tell because you very humble, but I heard whispers that you used to knock Luke out every now and then. You knocked him out.
Respectfully, we heard that you gave Luke the crazy work.
Yeah, you gave him the work.
You gave him crazy work.
Hey, gave me great work. Ain't no one sleep me in the gym. Hey.
You drop him? Yes or no?
I dropped you one time, Luke.
He didn't drop me. He didn't drop me. You rocked me a little bit. You rocked me a little bit one time.
One time.
One time.
One head kick. One head kick rocked me. Didn't sit me down. I
A
was
head
up.
kick.
One
You
weird
kicked
little
Mr. Kickman
little
himself
sneaky
with a head kick?
Hey, I rocked Jason too with his motherfucking ass.
No, we didn't ask about that. We didn't ask that. No, we asked that.
Hey, but wait. More importantly, you were saying somebody else really hit the floor.
Yes.
Somebody hit the floor.
it was somebody
hit the floor. Someone you like dearly. I don't know.
Who was that? Who was that? Who was it he knocked out?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yes,
You would tell me earlier. You would tell me earlier. I don't know.
Wait, so you're saying that the rumor of what? You're saying Ian Gary got dropped by someone we know?
Oh! Is
that true?
You knocked out Ian Gary in sparring?
Is that true or no?
Is there footage?
I mean, people say, well, there's footage, but I
don't have. You haven't
I
seen.
don't have the video.
Well, walk me through that. What was y'all doing? Was y'all sparring in the cage? Paint this picture for me, because I really like Ian Gary.
Nah, Ian Gary, you know what I'm saying? That day was just basically he was getting the best of me, and then I don't know. I just hit him with a nigga blitz. Yeah, man.
What does that mean?
What did he say?
What is that? Wait, say that again.
Luke, did you teach him that?
What'd you teach him, Luke?
Bro, you gotta beat him up enough to make him come at you.
What did you hit him with?
What was this? A combo?
No, it's just a nigga blitz where you hit the blitz on, you go after him. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of ran and went up to the outside and just threw an overhand and just accidentally hit him. But he got small head. He got small head, so it don't take
How
much.
big's his head? Show Rampage. So Rampage.
Was he snoring? Was he knocked out?
Nah, he wasn't snoring.
Well, he just hit the man.
Nah, I mean, some people say his head just bounced off the canvas, but
Hey.
it's not from what I said. I didn't really
Yeah.
see
You
anything
didn't see
because
that.
I was in the moment, the mood, and everything.
Are you
but-
guys cool?
Yeah, I love him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Are you
love
guys
him. I
still
love
friends?
Is he a good dude?
He's a great dude from what he shows. From what he shows, you know what I'm saying? I haven't seen any bad side to him, so, you know.
What did you think of the story he made about Rampage?
I didn't see it. What was it
he
about?
said
No.
Rampage.
I was in the wrong though, to be honest.
Yeah.
I'm on the podcast in 4 days.
Yeah. He called me a cunt.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's fine. But because I was in the wrong, because to be 100% honest, I like entertaining people, and when I do Ariel Khawani's
I didn't laugh.
when I do Ariel Khawani's interviews, I like to be like very like entertaining to make people laugh. That's just a thing that I have with.
And in his defense, he didn't book him. He didn't really know, and then he did know, and then it was.
I knew he was. I knew he was coming.
Yeah.
But where I think where he got offended was where I messed up is when I said that because somebody was supposed to come on. I forgot the name.
Which is true.
Somebody was scared about coming on because they thought I was going to make fun of them because I'd like to joke around and laugh. You know what I'm saying?
That's all.
And so I said, I don't know. It might have been Ian Gary, but I knew he was coming on anyway.
Yeah.
But he thought that I didn't even know he was coming on my show and our show and stuff like that. So it got kind of out of hand with there. But I thought it was funny.
Nah, he's a good guy. And I want to commend you on bringing me on to this show because Irwani, if you're not in the UFC or in one of the big leagues, they don't have you on they podcast or whatnot. So, you know, kind of like got a Joe Rogan situation.
Yeah. You was on Joe Rogan?
Never. I'm saying I seen every fighter get on Irwani's show, but I'm like, man, I guess Jason Jackson is big enough.
Well, you got to give credit to Luke because Luke was the first one to show me your footage and your content and everything you were doing in your fights. And this was before you got the belt. And Luke was like, keep an eye on this guy for Jackson. Keep an eye on this guy for the podcast. And I've been watching your career ever since that. And we even talked. You're such an honest, real dude, humble dude that it's an honor to have you on here. That's what this whole show's about. It's not about just champions. It's about real conversations, people that get along with us. That's why we do this.
No,
Too much
always
honesty.
believed in me.
Too much honesty. I think Ariel's going to want to have you on now to talk about that. Probably put Ian right back to back with you too.
Yeah.
I mean, bro, but we're not saying anything bad about Ian. I honestly want to know, and I want to actually ask this. As a fighter, we were all at UFC 298. We saw him fight Jeff Neal. I know he's undefeated. Talk to me. As a fighter, how good is he? How dynamic is he? Is his striking as good as people say?
I mean, Jeff Neal, I felt like he finessed Jeff Neal. As far as like, hell yeah.
Finessed him, yeah.
Of course, because if a man bring that energy to me, talking about, you know what I'm saying, put me on a t-shirt and do all that, it's cool. Don't think I'm not gonna be hugging you up every second you see me and doing all. You trying to take the fire out of me. I don't want that. I want to keep it that way. Even if we still cordial and nice and all that, I'm not touching you after every round, bro.
Exactly.
Get out of here.
Keep the same energy.
Yeah,
Exactly.
bro.
He said that every round.
He didn't go after him. He
Yeah.
didn't go after him. And when we used to spar, that was what I was good at. He used to be talking to me on the ground. Like, oh yeah, I'm like, shut the fuck up. I hit him.
Shut the fuck up, bitch.
Yeah, for real. That's the type of person I am. If you want to give me all, they see what you're saying now about that, about freaking like people biting and punching and all that. I laugh when you're saying that because I'm that type of guy.
Yeah.
If I'm sparring against my sparring partner, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do all that. I'm gonna bite you. I'm gonna talk in your ears. I'm gonna do all that because it's a part of finesse.
Right.
So I felt like he did that. Some of the guys who he can't bully, or if he feel like he could bully you, he gonna play mind game with you, come after you hard. But if you feel like you're hard and you about it, he play the other role, like, hey, tap you up, nice you up, and do all that. No, I'm not with that.
I hate that
I'm not
shit,
with
though.
that. That's what happened with Jeff Neal. He didn't go after it. He didn't go after it.
you
Nothing
see-
against Ian.
Are you talking about
fought a
are we
perfect
talking
fight.
about the fight?
We're talking about the fight.
the
Yeah,
actual
I'm saying.
fight itself.
Yeah.
Did you watch the fight? Do you think
Yeah.
he finessed him,
He
won
finessed
every
him, 'cause
round?
he-
You
Because
think?
he kept dapping him up.
Yeah.
Even
Forget what he was
between
doing.
the fight.
Was
Yeah.
Jeff trying to dap him up? In
No,
between?
it was Ian that initiated.
Hugging him, talking to him, took him
Oh,
out
in
of the
between.
game.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, even at the exchanges.
I thought
Yeah.
Jeff
I hate
kept.
that.
Yeah,
I hate
nothing.
that.
Do you think Jeff
No,
won the
yeah.
fight?
I think Ian won the fight for sure from what I saw because he finessed them, hit him out, kept him at bay, move around and do what he do good.
I feel like he was running too much, and I think the judges normally score more points for the aggressor. So I feel like Jeff Neal was more aggressive. That's what I feel like.
Jeff Neal wasn't cutting out the ring wrong like we said about Luke.
Yeah, he wasn't there.
So you cannot
did say
you
that the whole
cannot
fight
say
too.
he pressuring and he not doing smart strategic pressure.
Yeah, you right.
So the ref had to see that. Like, hold on, this man let this man get away that way. How come you don't throw a big hook over there or a big kick to keep him in the center?
Just straight left.
Yeah, one thing
what I'm
you're
saying?
talking about, Jackson, during the fight, Luke was talking about cutting off the ring. He actually said this the other day when we were sparring, because I just started boxing. I'm trying to learn. I'm like a week in, and he's like, no, Bear, the way you're moving, that ain't never going to work. You have to cut the ring off, then you have to circle. Why don't you talk about that? Because a lot of people don't ever talk about the Jeff Neal and the Ian Gary fight about how he didn't cut it off. You were watching it the whole time. You were saying that.
Yeah, we were watching it. I mean, it's always different when you watch a fight live rather than on TV. I think you get a better understanding on TV, or I mean, you're right there. So I thought he was landing left hands. I didn't. It's hard to see, like everything that was going on, but it was a close fight.
Yeah.
Hey, I mean,
But you gave it to Ian?
I don't think it's a fight really worth talking about.
I know it was a
Honestly, it's a boring ass fight. I don't even know why we're talking about it.
No, but I want to know
I'd
about
rather-
cutting off the ring, because you were saying how important that is for fighters. So for the people that don't understand that concept, because he's right, that was a big part of the whole thing.
Yeah, no, cutting off the ring, cornering your guy, putting him in a bad position. People give too much space where it's like Ian was just dancing around. He wasn't doing anything cut off him, but he was playing a game I don't really like. I don't love the game. I like baiting people into the games, but he was eating shots too.
All right, since we talking about cutting stuff off, cutting off the ring, cutting stuff off. When you go cut off that porn stash, bro? Because it's getting. I just know, bro. It's getting.
No, I'm trying to. I'm like,
I mean,
you trying
throw something
something out?
underneath it too, or something.
during their sparring, I feel like I'm the mediator, so I need some officialness to me. And they said, if you get a mustache, you look like a sheriff. And I go, all right, cool. Then what do I do? Then they go, then they won't touch you when you separate them. So I'm just trying to make sure I don't get hit. Because every time
what kind of sheriff? What kind of county are you? What county are you serving, bro?
He need those police.
I look like a Canadian.
Uncle Joe
He's a
glasses.
Canadian sheriff. He's like
No,
a
I'm
sheriff of
trying to do something
Vancouver.
different. I got to sit next to this model, next to this superstar. It's like enough's enough. I need some X factor. My fighting sucks. I get beat up by both of them. It's so bad when I get beat up. Rampage doesn't even let me post a video.
All right, so back to the point of the game in here.
Yeah.
Hey, no, there's something I wanted. I kind of saw, and it's kind of weird how it all came to be. But within the Bellator and the PFL merger, I mean, you have Impa going down to 185, and you have the Bellator champion light heavyweight champion going up to heavyweight. And there was an intermix of why wouldn't they match up certain guys? Why did they make Impa go down? Why didn't they just have the light heavyweight champion fight each other? Why did they create this middleweight fight? And there were certain fights that just didn't make any sense to me. I'm not sure why that all came to be.
Because PFL doesn't have a 185 champ.
Yeah, but they have a 205-pound champ, and Bellator has a 205.
No,
PFL. He just said the PFL don't got no 205 champ.
No, they don't.
Yeah, no, he said.
No, 85.
No, they don't have an 85-pound champ.
85.
Impa was 205, and then they had a 205 over here.
Impa is originally a 170.
Yeah, but he's a 205 champion.
I think so, but at 205, it kind of makes sense for him to go down because Johnny Eberlin is one of the best 185 in the world to this day. So to not have an 85 on that card, that's absurd. Really think
I don't think Johnny Evans that good.
I think he is. I think he is.
Who's a 205 champ with this PFL? I want that belt. Who's the 205
That's
champ?
the super champ belt.
Ooh, for PFL,
I can't get this belt?
Well, that was their merger belt.
you have to be a champion.
Yeah, you'd have to be a
compete
champion
for-
first.
So there's no way I can get
Or
that belt.
former champion, Bellator champion.
So there's no way I can get that belt.
Well,
I
that
can't
belt
fight-
is the winner
you have
of
to be-
the best champion from Bellator and PFL. So you have to have one of the belts.
So they're
first.
never going to make this belt again.
No, they will.
No, they will.
It's a
So
Super Bowl.
how can I get that belt?
You had to win the Bellator belt this year. And then once you win the Bellator belt, you remain the Bellator belt. And then once the Super Bowl time come around,
Man, that's too
Wait, they're
much.
gonna
That's
they're
too
gonna make a
much.
Bellator fight too now? You're gonna defend the Bellator championship? Is that a real thing?
this is active. Why do you think I'm bringing it around?
He's
Yeah.
active.
I mean, it's not. It's not all
Yeah,
just.
what do you think?
I'm
He's an
gonna
actor.
defend it. Bellator is still open. They still gonna be hosting show because
They're
they still
gonna
have
do
a
double
contract.
shows, really.
Yeah, they still have a TV deal with CBS.
Oh, okay.
So they have to honor that.
Do you know Lewis Taylor?
No, it sounds familiar.
He was he won the
PFL, right?
PFL tournament.
Yep.
At 205, I think it was at 205. Oh, I thought you knew him because you.
No.
So just to be clear, and just for the audience, because everybody's still very confused, is the Bellator name going to be the name they use for the fights, or are they going to use PFL? Or are they running both at the same time?
Shit, after the way we whooped their ass, we ain't going nowhere. For real.
So is PFL still going to be a league or an organization or fight cards under
no,
the
they're
PFL
gonna keep
name?
it as that. They're
They
gonna
are.
run it in a separate entity.
So there'll be a Bellator champion, a super champion, and a PFL champion.
Yeah.
Wow,
And
that's
then
a
at
lot.
the end of the year, they do Supercard, what they did in Saudi
I
Arabia.
don't know why I'm not understanding this.
So-
how I can get this motherfucking belt?
Okay, so Bellator cards, like if you go become a light heavyweight champion in Bellator, at the end of the year, you're going to go fight the light heavyweight champion of PFL. And then if you win that, you'll win
You
the
get
super
that
champ.
in the ring.
So-
That's too much fighting just to get one motherfucking belt, though.
It's a lot of fights.
Then
That's a lot of
you
fighting.
You
could
don't
be a
have
su-
to. But I'm saying it's for the PFL guys. It's gonna be a lot of fighting. But for Bellator guy, you could have one fight and win the belt and chill out.
They only do 2 cards
okay.
a year
You
for
don't-
Bellator.
Who's champion at Bellator at 205 right now?
Nemcop, but he relinquished the
Yeah.
belt.
So nobody got the
no,
champ.
you could go,
It's open.
You go throw your name.
So
in
we'll
there.
throw you in there.
So who's the number one contender? Who I got to look out for?
Vanderlei.
I'll fuck Vanderlei up. He ain't gonna make 205. Yeah, he would make 205. Who I got to look out for at 205 in Bellator right now?
I don't think you gotta look out for nobody, really.
So you could get the belt.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you ain't gotta
Yeah, I
look
wanna
out
get your
nobody.
belt.
Yeah, I
Open
I always
maybe
wanted the belt.
Romero.
I don't even.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
But he fought heavyweight the last one. But
Yo,
maybe-
Oh yeah, I can get him.
No,
I
he
can
could
get
come
him.
down. He could come down.
no, I think he did that
You fought
because
him
of
before,
that.
haven't you?
Yeah, I fought him.
How'd that fight?
How'd that fuck
He missed weight by 3 pounds and fucking cheating.
Was he on anything?
He felt good.
He's coming on the podcast.
He looks natty.
He's coming on the podcast.
Hey,
he's natty for sure.
He's big as hell now. He's on some good
He's
shit.
big and he's pretty jacked, but he's coming on the podcast. One thing about him, he's the real deal. He just won. Okay, so just
That'd be a good fight because we both
Just to
older.
break this down, they
Yeah,
could fight
yeah,
each other because they both could be the same weight class. Do you want me to call Bellator right now and try to organize this?
No, I got some other stuff going on, but I'm thinking about I want to get that belt though.
That'd be good.
That would be the biggest fight of the year.
Speaking about a Bellator guy too, you got MVP. How come
great.
you and MVP never lined up? I feel like you guys are in the
a
game
good point.
quite a while now. He's
I'm not
coming
gonna
over. They're hyping him up in the UFC.
I'm not gonna say he's scared because no man is scared to fight no man. But listen, remember when I fought Naaman Gracie? I raked my eye on the cage 30 seconds into the fight, and I still whooped his ass with one eye. He can't say I ain't do that. So, freaking
They tried to put the fight
3
together.
weeks later, this man fought and won and said, "Oh, I want to mix it up with Jason Jackson, this and that." I jumped on the phone, Mike Hogan. Listen, bro, the man already said, and I still had stitches in my eye. The man already said it that he gonna fight me, and I'm telling you that I want to fight him. It's like, oh no, he's not ready. He'll be ready in this September, and I think it was like around early on during the year, like around maybe April, February, whatnot. But he's not ready right now. How about Paul Daly?
Paul Daly, that's a good fighter though.
Paul, I'm like, what the fuck I'm doing fighting Paul Daly? Like,
why? Paul Daly's a good fighter though.
I know
You
you
remember the old
I fought
Paul
him.
Daly.
Oh, okay.
I fought him afterward.
Oh, you did?
3 weeks. I just ripped my eye out. So I was like, Paul, the fuck I'm doing fighting Paul Daly? You know what I'm saying? This man called my name. This is the man I want to fight.
That's one, yeah.
So it was like Paul Daly. I was like, all right, then cool, whatever, because this man keep popping up on my radar. I gotta fight him. Her name been brought up to fight so many times. It's like, yo, I gotta do it. So it's 3 weeks. It was like, so I was like, when you want me to fight him? 4 weeks time. I'm like, what the fuck? 4 weeks? I still got stitches in my eye.
Yeah.
And it was like, yeah, that's what we got right now. So I was like, you guys gonna give me the same money that y'all offer to fight Lorenzo Larkin on 3 days? It was like, okay. And I'm like, all right, I'm there. Say no more. So I knew my stitches was gonna come out in like a few days. So I went there. I was like, all right, cool. And I went and I fought him. He kind of ripped my eye back open, but I still wanted to fight. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up.
Fought Paul. That was like one of my biggest accomplishments.
What's your record right now?
18-4, but my 4 losses is learning.
It's still a good record. It's still a good record, bro.
I ain't felt like I lose a fight to this day.
Yeah, bro, we're not boxers. We don't have padded records. You know what I'm saying? The losses in MMA don't really mean as much as a loss in boxing. You know what I'm saying? Like we fight real motherfuckers. Like you look at some of these boxers' records, man, they be 30-0, and you see where they fought like fucking 25 journeymen. You know what I'm saying?
Not just that, you got some of the guys, like the Russian, Ukrainian guys with them big record. They fought patty record too as well.
In MMA for real, they got padded record guys.
I feel that way. That's just personally
They fight
me.
a lot of fights.
Yeah, because the amount of fight they did that they do in such a short period of time, it's like how them boys fighting Louisiana. Like every week they fighting.
Yeah, I believe that now. I believe people, and like MMA, it's evolving so fast. I see them adapting some of that padded record shit. You know what I'm saying? Back in my day, MMA was different. You know what I'm saying?
Dog sport.
It's involving so much,
Even
man.
amateur fights too. I never fought one amateur fight. I just went straight into the game.
Oh, you're a lucky man. I fought 6 free fight.
6 free?
Free. And then next day I had to go to work because I was doing like a roofing job. So I had to go lower roof the next day. And my boss, he would never believe that I just came from, like, what you did last night, I just had a fight. And I showed him the video, like, what the hell? That's crazy. And I thought I showed him in the video, he would be like, all right, you don't have to load no roof today. He still had to go out there.
No, I mean, Jason, I had a choice. I had a choice, and I wanted to get paid. I was like, I ain't gonna fight for free. Yeah, that's part of the real hustle, Jason. You as a hustler should know that you should never fight for free.
Listen, when my first 5 MMA pro fight, my 5 pro MMA fight, I fought for ticket sale. That's worse than fighting for free because I had to work for the paycheck. That's double work. Like, how
was you fighting King of the Cage? That's some King of the Cage shit.
I fought for fight time.
Strikeforce did that too.
Yeah.
I mean, we get incentivized.
I could never do that.
You get a base and then you sell tickets. You get like 40% of the.
Yeah, I never had to do that because.
But you got pay-per-view sales, but you also had these crazy upticks on your deal, right?
What?
Your deals.
And what show? What event?
UFC.
I got pay-per-view, but I ain't never sell no ticket. I never.
But didn't you have a crazy deal? Like even after pay-per-view, you got even more based off something else?
No,
like a gate deal.
No, I never remember having a gate deal. I always asked for that. I asked Dana for the world. I asked him for you know what I asked for, and Dana fucking laughed in my face, and I knew it was going to be big when they was coming out with that fucking the UFC
streaming
pass shit.
UFC Fight Pass.
That Fight Pass shit. I asked him. I said, hey, every time they fucking play one of my fucking fights, I want points on that shit.
And he just laughed.
He just laughed in my face.
He wanted a streaming deal before there were any apps. Hold on, unpack that for a second. Before any apps, and I'm not trying to ride you right now. I'm just saying, like, that's a crazy thing to think about 10 years ago. Before even we had app, and I'm not trying to age you either, but there was no apps, no streaming. YouTube wasn't a thing. And you're like, yo, I want streaming. So in the future, every time they play my fight, I get a piece. Yeah. It's kind of like royalties on music. That's how you explained it to me.
Yeah, I knew when I heard that they was coming out with that Fight Pass shit, I said, man, this shit is the future. This shit gonna be big. Yeah. I asked him for that. And when Dana White, I remember he first, you know what, he got a lot of followers. Reason why he got a lot of followers, even before, right when social media was getting big on Twitter, he would have his handle on there when he walk out. And I asked, I said, Dana, in my contract said, listen, whenever I fight, I want you to show my social media. He was like, nah, fuck you, get out of here. Then Now all the then they started doing it for all the other fighters. So I asked for a lot of shit, but I felt like I was worthy to ask for that because I put in my work for the UFC. Mm-hmm. And the one thing that pissed me off about Dana, I'm gonna do something that I just told you not to do. But right now I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? My career is pretty much I fight for myself now. Right. One thing I was upset about Dana is that my contract, if I sold over 1 million pay-per-view buys, my pay-per-view numbers jumped up like dramatically, right? And that fight between me and Rashad Evans, I broke that threshold. And he told me, like, no, you did like 900 and something, right up on 1 million. But then in the press, he promoted like he told everybody we sold over 1 million buys. And I hit him up like, pay me what the fuck you told the fans. He said, no, I'm just telling them that that's part of promotion. You make yourself seem better. I said, all right, good. Whatever you fucking put out there in the press that we made, that's what you pay me on. Don't pay me on what you fucking telling me that we made. Pay me on what you fucking promoting out there. And that's what left a bad taste in my mouth like that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie, when I do my contracts, you know what I'm saying, you ask for the word because we put our life on the line to entertain the fans, you know what I'm saying? I do it for the love and stuff too, but sometimes when people don't value you kind of like lose the love for it. And that's the real why I took a step back from MMA. But now this podcast is bringing back the love, and I'm watching you guys and coming up and I'm you know reminiscing, and that's what made me want to get back out there. And now I see that damn belt with the fucking ring. That's genius.
Yeah. I mean, see the thing I used to get. They used to give me $1,000 worth of ticket sale, but I was smart, like you said. You talk about the hustler. What if it's 1,000? I'm making 2,000 because when I come to them, like, Luke, 50 for this ticket, even though it's 25, you gotta pay that 50, no matter what.
What's that?
No, because it's 25 for the ticket. But I come around Luke and be like, yo, man, it's 50 for it, bro. Because they had no price on it. So just hitting their ass with double of the price on the ticket. So I still make a bank. And then I went back to them boys and tell them, like, yo, I gave away all the tickets in, bro, just so I could fill up the seat. Give me another 1,000. So I end up walking away, what? 3,000. And I was supposed to make 1,000 originally.
He was running hustles on the local promotion. Speaking of local hustles, we see that Bob Marley had. Did you watch the Bob Marley movie?
Yeah, I seen that.
What'd you think about it?
I think they could have did more justice to Bob Marley in that. They really didn't I felt like it was more they could have showed in the movie. But I feel like it's good for like my kids, them who, you know what I'm saying, not introduced to Bob Marley, newer generation. They kind of see a little bit.
Are you related to Bob Marley at all?
No, I'm not at all. It would be great though.
Why would you be related to Bob? Come on,
that's racist.
That is so racist.
I could have been.
Because he wears a Bob Marley hat.
I mean,
he's from Jamaica. He's from Jamaica.
How?
He could be racist.
I mean, that's like me looking at you. Are you related to Michael B. Jordan because you look good and got a new jawline?
Man, fuck out of here. He's from Jamaica.
That's real.
Where's Bob Marley from in Jamaica? You know?
No, that's where he moved to. But I know he was in the
that's Sean Kingston. You guys are racist.
No,
why is that racist? That's where he's from.
Trenchtown. That's where he lived in Trenchtown, but he moved from the country area to Trenchtown.
Yeah, he could be related to Bob Marley.
In what way? Why do you say that? Just because he has a Bob Marley hat on?
Hey, Jay, have you been to the island since you won the belt?
The belt, I haven't got a chance. The first place came was here.
Yeah, I think that's.
Straight from winning the belt.
All y'all.
Hold on. Don't just jump over that. This man got to learn how to podcast. Tell the audience what he just said. Nice and easy.
I said, Jason, have you been to the island since you won the belt?
And what did he respond?
What'd you say?
First thing I did, I come right here.
Because of you two.
Hey, do you feel like you're the first Jamaican to ever go to Saudi Arabia?
No. I think I was the only one over there.
Jamaicans can't travel?
Yeah.
What? I'm just saying he probably
No, it's
been.
a good question. It's a good
Thank
question.
you.
How's that a good question?
You guys sound everything
It's
racist.
pretty interesting question.
No, it's
Thank you,
real
Luke.
because
Thank you,
when I
Luke.
was on the plane, I actually rode first class.
Oh,
I
nice.
was looking around like business class, not first class.
Oh, okay.
I'm looking around like, what the fuck? The only fucking nigga with a dread on this shit, like, with nobody on the plane that had those dark skin with dreads or anything in that.
Never
nature.
in business overseas. Never.
Yeah,
Never.
so
I
me-
seen Travis Scott in business class when I went to Italy.
Well, yeah, you got lucky. But whenever I fly like business first class
Never.
overseas,
So,
never.
to me, I felt proud of myself.
I feel,
it's
you
real.
deserve it,
I feel
bro.
proud, but
You're a
sometimes
champ.
I feel kind of weird because sometimes the stewardess be looking at me kind of different. Sometimes you ever
No, it's real. I was saying too, like
She's looking at you because you're a superstar, bro. You're in the A team. You're a world champion, and you're not eating.
Women
they
don't know
that
They don't know
unless
that.
you have, especially in Saudi, unless you have some type of trophy that's showing that. You know what I'm saying?
They don't
Talking
know.
about to Saudi. Just the
No, I'm
Saudi.
talking about. I fly business all over the world. I don't fly coach.
But come
so
on,
if I'm going to Japan,
But it's pretty
I'm
obvious,
going to
bro.
Colombia,
You're a world superstar.
Yeah,
They see you and they're freaking out a little bit.
I understand it to Saudi, but I understand it to anywhere. I mean, it's pretty uniform. I mean, there's a lot of athletes in the game that
I'm pretty sure, but I'm saying whenever I'm on a plane, I don't see those athletes and stuff all the time. But one thing I'm tell you that I don't like, I would change about the airplane, the business class, the food. It's cultural bias.
Yeah.
The food. When you fly first in business, the food is too foo-foo. They try too hard, and most of our people don't eat shit like that. Am I being right?
So
though?
what would you
fly.
like? What would you like?
They have salmon. I like
what airline?
salmon.
What airline did you fly?
What they call it?
Emirates.
Emirates, I think it was. Yeah.
What food you want?
You take a shower?
I would
Did you take
like
a shower?
No, I didn't do none of that. I ain't gonna lie, because they was watching me
do
too
none of that.
hard.
Yeah.
Did you take a shower on?
No, I never had I never flew on a plane that
Mile High Club?
Did you take a shower when you flew on Emirates? I know you flew on Emirates.
Yeah.
You took a shower?
Yeah.
I don't think I ever flew.
Hey, you
on
know
that.
what? You know what? Hey, you know what?
Wow.
The water is recycled.
No, here he goes. I knew he was going to say that.
Hey,
They think that the system,
it's recycled
they
water.
think-
So if you're taking a shower, probably at the end of the plane ride, I'm just saying you're just wearing. You're wearing the whole
Everybody
plane.
Put it in mouth.
Okay.
They say don't.
Hey, you're just brush your teeth.
Hey, they say don't drink. They say don't drink the tea or the water on the airplane. They say I heard that.
Emirates is one of the finest luxury experiences you will ever have. Not only do you have your own customized
I'm not talking about in the
massagable chair,
airplane.
but you have more than enough feet space. You have 2 areas for underneath storage and over the top. They serve you twice. Then they also bring you unlimited movies and music.
I believe that.
You can pull in the door or close the door. We gotta leave Emirates alone.
Listen.
Hopefully they
No, we're
sponsor
talking
me.
about all airplanes. We're not talking about real talk. Have you ever smashed? I mean, have you ever dated a stewardess?
I did one time go on.
Did you
a date
ask
with
her
a
questions? I dated a.
Yeah.
I asked her questions. She said, "Don't drink the tea or the filtered water on the airplane. In the airplane,
Wow.
Don't drink the tea.
learning
You should tell
something
everybody about that
new.
stewardess you pulled.
no. It's none of
Why?
y'all business.
It's lit.
It's none of y'all
Just
business.
tell them. It's just the boys.
Stewardess? Are
Yeah, he
dangerous,
pulled a
man.
stewardess.
They're dangerous. Like those women, they fly across the world and they just stop. They go port to port.
Don't ever date a stewardess. Don't ever.
Pretending
strange.
a stewardess
What is a stewardess?
I never
You know,
dated
the-
one, but
the-
I'm saying I
the
did
flight
hook up with
attendant.
one, and they're
Oh yeah.
Don't ever date. I know you married and stuff now, but
Yeah.
I'm telling people don't ever date a
No,
stewardess.
don't be mean to stewardess. A lot
No,
of
don't be
stewards
mean to her,
support
but
this
never.
show.
But I'm gonna keep it real though. Don't date a stewardess.
You ain't never getting upgraded for free now because of that.
I
I
don't give a
love
fuck.
stewardess and I love
I love
them.
them. I love them all, but they cheat the most. Don't date them.
Oh my.
It's real talk.
That is
talk.
stereotypical.
No,
you
it's
can't.
facts.
Wow.
'Cause
you get staged in a different city. You get. I mean,
he's got
people
history
get
with
lonely.
one. Tell us about your stewardess interaction.
Well, the one I did, she was really nice. I don't think she's a cheater. Because she's like an honorable girl, and she didn't even start having sex
gave
in
you
her
the game.
20s. You know what I'm saying? It was different. But I'm not talking about 100% of the stewardess. But if you want to go by percentages and odds, I would never date a stewardess and get serious with her because women cheat more than men. Women cheat more than men anyway.
Absolutely. Yeah.
It's and if you don't believe that, then something wrong with you. Men, we just get caught more. But don't date a stewardess because they out of all the occupations they cheat the most, and then nurses is number 2. Wow. Don't date nurses.
Why nurses? They take care of people. Why?
And they cheat. They be smashing them
Both
doctors.
these people.
And
No,
they be-
is that true?
They work their way up the chain.
Just
yeah.
a position that is, you know.
Yeah.
He's got all
That's
kinds of
real.
positions worked out with these girls.
Oh, yeah.
Nurses, doctors, pilots.
So
I mean,
when
I mean, that's-
Yeah. The pilots be smashing the
They got to be under it, and they got to fly. They lock up in a hotel. They have a couple of drinks. They have 2 nights there, and they're on the ground.
And then men would never know. They be meeting ballers in first class. They be meeting celebrities, ballers and stuff in their first class. Your man back home would never know. They be smashing the pilots and the ballers in the first class, the rich people.
Yeah.
I can't prove or condone any of this. This is everybody's personal opinion. That's a
game.
Jackson
It's game.
podcast disclaimer. Thanks for the free game.
Yeah.
Dating with Rampage and Luke. Give me some love. I thank you for the free game.
completely
Rampage
agree.
is a
Do
good
you-
man.
do you feel me on that, though? You feel me on that, though?
I will say
Yeah.
Hey,
this.
I love women. I love women.
We know you do.
I
We
I
know
just
you
don't
do.
trust them. I'm sorry.
No,
I
stop.
keep it 100. I do. I just keep it 100. I love women.
That's why we're
You
here.
got to find one that you trust and move on.
I'm looking for one. I'm looking for one.
You're
Looking at
That's
the
why you
rhino ain't
never
gonna help you,
That's
brother.
why you ain't never been deceived. To be able to deceive, you got to trust first.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
amen.
it's real.
One thing I want to say, Rampage is a good dude because last week he took one of our new employees that we hired, who does all the influencer packages. His name's David. He's 18 years old, and Rampage said, "Yeah, I'm gonna
He's
show
not
you the
18.
world."
He's 20.
No, he's 18.
Oh, I thought he was 20.
Yeah, and Rampage said, I'm gonna show you the world. We're gonna go out tonight, we're gonna do this. And he comes up to me, he goes, Bear, Rampage is taking me on a double date or something. I don't know what I'm doing. I said, David, just be yourself. And when they come up to you, don't start talking about Mexican soccer and stuff. Don't ask them a bunch of questions. Don't ask anybody for photos. Just be cool, right? So then he's like, I did exactly what you said. I didn't say a single word. I was quiet the whole time and I stared right at them. I go, now they think you're a serial killer.
He's lying. I'm gonna tell you what he did. I'm gonna tell you what he did. He's lying. He didn't do that. When he first met the girls and stuff like that, he was talking to them. He was like nice and bubbly. I was like, oh, okay, this kid got game and stuff. And then they would start talking about a dream and stuff like that. He was like, oh yeah, I had this crazy dream last night. He started talking about his dream. He started talking about his dream with these girls. He just met a girl. He was like, in my dream, I was wrestling around with this big ass snake. It was like a big ass python. He was like wrapping around me. I thought he was going to kill me. I thought he was going to strangle me and stuff. And he was like, man, like it was like a big ferocious snake. And he said, and I woke up and I had my dick in my hand. I was like, oh man. I was like, bro, that's your first impression.
Yeah, straight shooter.
Hey, real family. The Jackson podcast coming together. We're coming together for his fight camp. We're coming together for these double dates. As we get ready to wrap this up, I know you have a flight back to Florida. You got to see your family. Great dad. Cares a lot about his kids and always talking about them. That's one thing I commend you on. You really are who you say you are. Who are the top 5 welterweights in the world? Any promotion. Give me your rundown. Who are some welterweights you think that are the top?
5. Start on the top.
That's a lot. That's a lot to ask for.
5.
3. Just say 3.
Just say 3.
Top 3.
Rampage,
Top 3.
You're messing up.
Starting with
I'm
3.
just saying.
Let me see.
5 is a lot.
Jason Jackson.
That's right.
Jason Jackson.
Yeah.
That was the test. Good job, bro. You see, you got them. You got everybody thinking like that.
Well,
he loves that. He loves it.
They said Dylan. That's all Dylan.
Is that
Making the band.
you speaking Jamaican right now?
Yeah, what was
No, from making the band with P. Diddy.
Oh, yeah. I thought you were speaking Jamaican, man.
Nah.
Yeah. I really like that accent. I really like the Jamaican and you know the accent. And I like the respect that they hold a certain level of respect. And then I dated like one Jamaican girl from New York. Boy, she was hot as fuck, bro. She was beautiful, bro. She looked like she was mixed with Asian. Had like the
Chinese Jamaican. So
yeah,
like Chinese
she looked like that, but she didn't know. She didn't think. I said, yeah, you got some Asian in you, because I could tell. Cause I said, because I'm Caucasian, I know everything about Asian bitches.
100.
Oh yeah, she was. She was bad. She was like a dime. My first Jamaican girl. She was good.
It's a lot of Asian Jamaican in Jamaica. I got a little Chinese in me, but you know, people always laugh when I say it. You know, I got a little. But what 5 or 3% Chinese in me?
Yeah, I believe
sure.
Chinese people. They went all over.
22 and me.
I remember.
You gotta be careful to say how much Asian you have in, because Rampage might jump in the table.
No. Why you go there, man?
He always do this.
Hey, man, I'm no batty boy, man. I'm no batty boy.
What's a batty boy?
Look in the mirror and you will find the batty boy.
No fish.
No fish.
Hey,
No fish. Right.
Him and your son could hang out.
Are you a vegan too?
No, I'm a vegetarian. But
What the fuck?
You ain't no veggie.
Look at his face. Look at his face.
It's been about 6 years, but the reason why, like, I was tired of
You
eating
eat eggs?
chicken, because chicken is my favorite pet. Everywhere I go, every menu I see chicken on the menu. Chicken's my favorite pet.
It's a sore subject for Rampage.
I love chicken.
You're a vegetarian.
Just a sore
I
subject.
eat fish though. Fish.
You're a pescatarian.
I don't eat fish. Pause. I
You're
eat
a
sea creature.
pescatarian.
Sea creature, because you can't say
You
eat
know what?
fish.
You know what?
Yeah, see,
I'm gonna give you
different, dog. You gotta get that
I'm
straight.
gonna give you your respect because I'm a vegetarian.
See, you
What's
eat
that?
some farm meat.
I'm a vegetarian.
You and Tyrone Woodley.
What's that mean?
Whoa! No, man. You can't. Hey, bro, you can't.
That is crazy. I never really saw it till now. Oh my! I can see it. Go ahead.
No wonder you and Tyrone.
He was doing his thing. He was doing his thing.
What?
Oh my God! You and Tyron do have the same beard.
That's where you get the jawline. That's the jawline.
Bro, why you gonna go in on my boy like that? Tyron,
Tyron's my boy.
That's very personal about him. Like he's not happy about that. That was like a low blow people.
What? He kills it.
But that was bad.
I'm proud of you for
you
for
look lean.
exposing, you know?
My God, you look like Tyron.
Dude, he's standing up. He's standing up with Tyrone. That's great.
God, you and Tyron do look like twins.
He was going to work on that video. Though. I ain't gonna lie.
He did. He was in the video.
Did you watch the video?
I mean, I see it. I'm like, my dog doing work.
Rampage. You go to work like that?
We're not talking about that. That's my boy. That's my boy Tyron. Listen, he's embarrassed about that whole thing. I talked to him.
He's a champion.
I
He's
talked
one
to
of
him.
the greatest ever fight.
We should even edit this out.
What else? And Tyron Woodley's one of the greatest ever fight. I don't even know what you're talking about.
Tyrone's
All
my
right.
boy. I love Tyrone. I'm gonna
I
see
love
him in
him too.
Dubai.
Yeah.
We're gonna be hanging in Dubai.
And he's an excellent golfer.
I ain't no snitch, but I'm gonna snitch on you.
Why would you?
You know
What did
why
I
I'm
do?
snitching on you? Because he kicked my
You're
ass the other
jumping
day.
And you're the one who DM'd me the video, so I'm gonna snitch on you.
Dropping
I
dimes.
got my boys back. I got my boys back. Don't do it. I got screenshots. You said this to me and said, should we put him on the podcast tomorrow? I said, we ain't flying him in for this. What's wrong with you? You think this is, you see what I'm saying? You thought we was Dr. Phil. I said, we ain't doing all that.
Wait, I didn't even see the unedited part.
Oh, no, it's crazy. Rampage has the full version.
That's before I hit him. I called him and I dropped it. And I dropped it after that. He told me he didn't want that type of exposure.
Publicity.
So you.
What were you filming it on?
Then he gave a shout out to Chuck. Chuck falls off the
filming.
boat.
Oh my
He
God.
puts his little pillow and tucks him in.
Oh my God.
Hey, bro,
Hey.
you really know how to get a guy. Huh?
Honestly.
It's my friends, my
That's my
friends.
friend. No.
Chuck Liddell falls off a boat.
TMC did him dirty though. Come on.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
you tucked him in on your little bed.
Luke sent it to me and said, "Can we ask him if he wants to be on the pod?" I said, "We're not putting Chuck Liddell on the pod because he fell off a boat."
I did not say that because
Yes, you
I will
did.
beat my friends when they're down. You know.
I got receipts
So we
on all
know.
y'all.
So we know if something bad happened to us, these guys are gonna make fun of you on the pod.
No, we don't make fun of anybody. First of all, I don't bully. Second of all,
I didn't make fun. I didn't make fun of Chuck, but did you see when I had him on my story? my thing was carrying like the Titanic, and I put the Titanic song there.
That's too far. That's too far. If you fell in the water, I would go after you and save you. I wouldn't make a meme about you.
I didn't say nothing about him falling in the water. I just said TMZ didn't, because I have a vendetta against TMZ.
Oh, no.
They did me dirty the first time. I ain't know nothing about TMZ. They got me coming out of drug kind of buzz one time.
Coming out of where?
A club in LA.
Oh.
And I was kind of buzzed. I was, drinking a little bit. And they asked me a question. I didn't know nothing about TMZ. And they had a camera and they asked me a question. They asked me about some football player years ago that died, that got shot in the leg. And so they kind of railroaded me. And because what I said, I guess when you black, you got to put on your white voice when you call damn fucking ambulance. And they railroaded me over. I didn't know anything about TMZ back then. So I got my love-hate thing against TMZ because they did Chuck Liddell wrong, man.
That's real.
Showing him falling off that boat.
How they get that
But
footage?
what sells? It's never positive shit. It's negative shit. That's what sells.
The voice of reason. You kind of have a Bob Marley-esque attitude on everything.
Would that be? Yeah, no, very much.
You kind of have a very Bob Marley-esque attitude.
And then that's why I asked, was he related to Bob Marley? That's why.
Stop. You can't do that. Stop. You can't do that.
But I was gonna say, maybe for our first fight companion, we bring on Chuck and Tyrone Woodley and my boy Jason Jackson. We bring on the whole crew here. We have a very upbeat, Hey,
I say
we
we
watch
do.
the
Hey,
watch
I
the
say
game.
we
I think
do.
ask the people what they think about
Yeah,
it.
I say for our first fight companion, we're doing UFC 300 here. We're gonna do a fight companion. We're gonna have.
I thought we was going to the UFC 300.
We are, but we're banned for the next couple UFCs because of somebody. Okay, let's move on.
Bear almost got in a fight in the bathroom.
Oh
Yeah, so this is what happened. Bear went to the bathroom.
Hey, really? You guys
Bear,
are banned?
He's got this. He's got this.
Bear went to the bathroom, and we had security and stuff around, and the security was taking care of me, and it was a fan there that noticed him from the podcast, and he was Peter gazing. You know what that is, right?
Looking at people's penis or
Yeah.
something? Okay.
The fan was Peter gazing.
Dick gazing, that's what they call it.
And he looked over at Bear and was like, damn, I thought you would be packing more than that. Bear got mad, and he went off on the dude and started beating his ass in the restroom. And now we banned from fucking.
I hit him with the cover and roll.
The guy,
It is what it is.
And the guy was like, I thought you would be packing more. Who says that though?
Yeah,
Why do
shit.
another guy care? But he got offended by that. And
Yep.
Yeah, really.
Hey, it's great to have you here, Jason.
Hey, Jason, we're not done with you. I
Love
got two more things for you. You grew up being a WWE fan. Who is your favorite wrestler of all time?
The most electrified man in sports entertainment.
Brock Lesnar.
Rock.
Oh,
He said
The Rock.
Barack Obama.
The Rock. The Rock.
Oh, The Rock.
No, I like Brock Lesnar too as well, but The Rock was the guy who actually, because growing up in Jamaica, we used to have only two cheap TV channels watching black and white TV. So wrestling was something we couldn't miss. If you miss wrestling, that's it. You know what I'm saying? You're not watching that. It's a growing up time to take over because everybody got their time at, 4 o'clock to 5 o'clock, they show cartoon. So I used to run from school, try to get home. People like, why are you run up out of here? I'm like, I want to go miss cartoon because if not, then the news comes on and, WWE. So that was like one of the only thing we had. growing up.
Did you ever figure out what The Rock was cooking?
That's funny. That's funny.
Because I could never figure that out.
That's a good one, bro.
Yeah, I could never figure that out. I wanted to smell. I didn't want to smell what he was cooking.
You know who is your favorite wrestler of all time?
Oh, my favorite wrestler of all time. When I was a kid, it was the Ultimate Warrior.
Yeah.
What about you?
Yeah.
Hey, Ultimate
yeah.
Warrior.
I knew you guys were best friends.
100%
I was
Ultimate Warrior.
I was him 2 years in a row for Halloween.
I was Macho Man Randy Savage.
Oh yeah. I used to pick. I was strong as a kid, right?
Yeah.
I used to pick my friends up like this and bench press them.
Guys or girls?
Guys.
Yeah.
I don't want to pick no girls.
straight.
I wouldn't pick no girls up like that. I would pick guys. It wasn't sexual for me because I'm a straight young male. I'm
Nice.
straight.
And how would you do it?
I pick them up just like Ultimate Warrior.
And that's nice form.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good
Yeah,
form.
I used to do that.
Yeah,
And
100%.
I don't have a sus bone in my body, so I didn't think. Why is that funny to you?
Nah, you show up looking like a velvet rose.
think Ultimate Warrior. I like Ultimate Warrior, but Hulk Hogan was more of my idol
yes.
than
Hey, brother.
Ultimate Warrior.
Yes.
What you
And
gonna do?
I felt
We're
like
the biggest pythons.
Yep.
They never made one right on you, brother.
Yep.
Did that to Ian Gary? Ian
Yep.
Gary, brother. Hey, brother. How
This
did
is the
you
Mean
do
Genius type of thing, you know what I'm saying? But I felt like he was like a watered down version of Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
So Hulk Hogan, like I still talk about Hulk Hogan, even though coming up older as an older person, that he wasn't really taking his vitamin. It kind of like disappointed me, but that's all I used to do: take my vitamin, say my prayer, and just you know what I'm saying. Now I come to find out he was on steroids. You know,
Who,
what I'm
Hulk
saying?
Hogan?
Yeah.
All of them were.
They all was, but I didn't know that as a kid.
yeah,
I thought
yeah,
it was
yeah.
a vitamin.
And
thing.
it's fake.
I met
And it
Hulk
was
Hogan.
fake. You had to learn so much in such a short
You
amount
could
of time.
wrestling was not fake at all.
Have you
That's
ever?
the real
I
sport.
met Hulk Hogan, and I thought he was really cool. He was really cool in person. You never met him?
No.
Hulk Hogan is really cool. I've always looked up to him. He was always one of my favorite wrestlers. But for some reason, I loved the Ultimate Warrior. He was just crazy. Grab the ropes.
The energy. Yeah, that's crazy.
And all those little fucking
Yeah.
babies going everywhere.
When he would run into the ring and go nuts, I'm like, all right, this guy's a man. Macho Man Randy Savage's videos were pretty insane.
Yeah.
You couldn't wrestle though. Ultimate Warrior.
No. That's what everybody
They
says.
said Hulk Hogan couldn't wrestle either. They used to hate wrestling when Hulk Hogan.
Really?
Yes. The Pro Wrestling World said Hulk Hogan wasn't a great wrestler.
It wasn't.
Yeah, I can see that.
Showman.
I mean, Ric Flair had the best interviews and the best media of all
Ric
time.
Flair was one of the best. Did you
man.
see that match when Hulk Hogan wrestled Andre the Giant and he picked him up and body slammed him?
Yeah,
I watched that. I watched that.
For
That's
years, I
every
thought that was
kid's
fake. I didn't think Hulk Hogan could really pick him up.
Well, the way they
But-
do it,
He wasn't the first to do it, but they just made a big scene about it because I think Mr. Perfect already done that already.
Mr. Perfect was
you remember the perfect plex? Yeah, I used to be a big pro wrestling fan.
Same here.
I used to want to be a pro wrestler. That's why I started wrestling in high school.
Same here. That's how I related to you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He was like, this man is only like entertained and fired, and you're powerbombing everybody.
That's
man.
why I powerbomb. People don't understand. That's why I powerbomb. I used to do it in wrestling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, my first time when I got into wrestling room, like real wrestling, like high school, and I went in there and I pick up the guys and I start German suplexing them. Like I went for the 3 slam, and then the coach was like, "What the hell are you doing, you damn rookie? That shit ain't no wrestling." I'm like, "What are you talking about? That is wrestling."
That's my
what I
story.
see. Yeah, that's
Same
shit.
My coach, he tried to stop me, but he know. I said, "Listen, coach, that's why I joined this shit. I thought it was pro wrestling." He was like, "Fuck, I'm gonna have to teach you how to fucking do it then." So he taught me I had to drop to my knees first.
Oh.
And one time,
Coach said you had to drop your knees first.
To do the powerbomb Mars.
anyway, I'm talking to my wrestling buddy. They all listen. They all here with this button stuff. They always with the fish. So let me finish that. We talk about wrestling. So I started doing freestyle because he told me like in freestyle he said you can slam all you want. You don't have to drop to your knees before you finish the move. And in freestyle. So I did freestyle, right? And I powerbombed this kid. It's on my Instagram. I'll show you to you later. It's on my Instagram, right? I picked this kid up and I powerbombed him. Boom! And fucked him up, right? It was safe by one, but then they put me down. They never seen that move before. And my fucking high school wrestling coach got mad at me.
Yeah.
I said, you said I can slam and fucking freestyle. That's why I'm doing it. He said, yeah, but you can kill somebody. Bro, I was like, man, I'm doing pro wrestling shit. I was the first one doing pro wrestling shit in wrestling. I went to the state. My first year starting, I went all the way to state. I was undefeated until regional finals. And then they cheated me because they wanted this kid. They wanted this kid to have been wrestling for 5 years, had already beat him twice in the season. They wanted him to win, whatever, because he was going to retire. I mean, graduate. So they wanted him to win. So anyway, that's another story. So I go to state. just losing one, and I had to wrestle the state champion. But I worked up to the state champion, and I power bombed him, and I had him pinned.
I never made a state.
Yeah,
that's what I was kind of a little mad about because, you know, academics wise, I didn't have the grades, but I felt like I had a lot of potential to win it 9th grade year, but you know,
well,
wasn't good in
were you in high school in the U.S. or Jamaica?
Yeah.
In the U.S.
Is it big in Jamaica? Grade. Is wrestling big in Jamaica?
No, nobody would watch that. My brother used to fight with me like, man, nah, I was trying to watch a man in a brief I wrestle.
Yeah.
Nobody want to see no man in brief wrestling. That's what my brother used to say.
Yeah.
They would never let me watch wrestling every night. You know what I'm saying? Because they didn't want to see no man in no brief.
Yeah.
But
that almost stopped me. That the singlet almost stopped me from wrestling.
In Jamaica, you know, we used to we knew about karate because they took away Western and gave us karate because it was too much killing going on, shooting and all that. So they gave us karate. So that's all we used to do in school is play like karate, kung fu, movie and stuff like that.
But did y'all use machetes when y'all karate? Was y'all like?
I mean, we do that like real life because I seen another brother chop another brother head off. Like literally, I saw it.
What?
Yeah, I seen the head over there. But I didn't see the moment when it was happening. As came on and was on the news and everything. Yeah,
You was
chopped his
there?
head off.
You watched it on the news or in person?
No, I went over to the yard and see it. I didn't see him when he was chopping him up, but I just knew he went and I guess one of the older brother was like checking the younger brother them because they was having sex with the younger kid them in the family and whatnot. So just because he spoke out about it before he left the family yard to get over to his yard, they laid him at his gate. They start chopping him. And by the time when he ran off, he ran over to the neighbor yard next to his yard, and they went over there and took his head off. You could see the bone that hold the neck.
Oh, you saw that? They didn't never gonna leave him. Oh my God!
I seen everything.
You didn't know the guy who did it?
I know I know all of them.
But you kept your mouth shut though, huh?
I mean, everybody knew who did it.
Did he go to jail for it and all that?
I don't know. They ain't go to jail.
This is Jamaica, dog.
What? You don't go to jail in Jamaica?
Yeah, no, once you get away and go in the bushes, nobody gonna find you do that like that.
Nobody snitch over there in Jamaica, huh?
Even if they snitch, they don't got no evidence. You don't got nothing.
Hey, that's a whole nother world. I don't want to venture into that.
So if I go to Jamaica, would I be safe? Like I gotta stay around the tourist area?
Jamaica's
you
crazy,
safe.
yeah.
You safe
Jamaica's
for sure.
fun.
Because now I was thinking about going. Now you tell me they chopping niggas' heads off.
Jamaica's a great
I mean, that's
place.
everywhere.
I think you get some love
I've seen a
everywhere.
whole bunch of stuff that happened in the hood over here in America too.
But you ain't never seen nobody get their head chopped off over here.
I seen people get shot to death.
I'd rather get shot than get my head chopped off.
Either way, you're
Either
dying.
way, you're gonna die. It's
But
brutal.
I'd rather die with a bullet in my ass than my head gone. Fuck
Don't
that.
say that.
Yeah, I mean,
But
Come on, think about it.
Haitian culture is crazy out there. The Haitian like ghettos and shit are pretty nuts in Florida.
How you know?
Yeah, they are.
You live here in California.
No, on the left side of Dade, all the way through Dade, coming through the right side.
I lived there for a few years,
But there's a lot of Haitians that are actually really nice. I have a best friend who's Haitian, but there's different neighborhoods. You go down the wrong neighborhood, they cast spells on you and all kinds of
It's
stuff.
like
Weapon-
your general
weapon
shit
is
here. It's different.
the choice. You know what I'm saying? Think about how the Haitian won the Revolutionary War with the French. Well, machete they use.
Yeah, they're fucking.
And they got
ruthless.
tricked because there's a man from Jamaica who they call Bookman. He went over there and cast a spell on them, but he tricked them. He had blood, freaking rum, all that shit. Bookman started hitting all the slaves them like, listen, cast away your white god, you are free. And he put blank bullet in the gun. He shot them boys in the face. Look, they bullet can't hurt you. You know what I'm saying? So the man got stronger, and as you know, it was like one-shot bullet they was using back then in the days, right? So when them boys were dropping, loading up, them boys still was running, throwing machete, freaking rocks, everything. You know what I'm saying? So by the time they load up the gun and get there, them boys already in their face with machete, killing them off and everything. They lost a lot of soldiers, but they, you know what I'm saying?
Well,
That's what voodoo
Brainwash.
it's kind of a witchcraft thing that everybody think in an American way, but voodoo is like a religion. That's something bad. It's just like people believing in God. You know what I'm saying? Just their different way of.
You don't do that shit though, do you?
I mean, what voodoo?
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. Yeah, I don't.
Good
I don't know what voodoo is. I stay away from all that. I give good energy.
I think it's something that
it
they
is a way of
believe
life
in.
for some people. Yeah.
Look.
If you believe in it.
I could put
good on
voodoo
all
on
that.
you if you do something bad to me, just off of where I believe every day. I get up like, man, Rampage did this to me, man. And I start sending a whole bunch of negative energy. Something could happen. The universe might, you know what I'm saying,
the law of
fucking put it out
attraction.
there.
Yeah.
It's law of attraction type thing. That's what I think. That's what I think voodoo is. You know,
Yeah.
But and just to touch on this, and we'll get off this, but it's the same thing with Christianity and Catholicism. If you believe in God, you got to believe in the devil. It's the same thing, right? It's not like you're a bad person.
The same. I know what you're saying. It's not. Don't never say that.
What?
I understand.
No,
what
I'm
you're saying.
trying to compare that. He's saying that if you put out good
I
stuff in the
misunderstood.
world,
Okay.
if you put out good in the world and you believe that good will come back, then it's the same concept. If you put out bad could come.
Okay, I know what you're saying now. My bad.
No, I'm a Catholic. You know me. Look I wear the Saint Benedict on my hand at all times.
Yeah.
I keep all that negative energy. All right, as we wrap this up, because we're scaring Rampage, you see this is frightening him. He's God's soldier.
That's
not
cool.
soldier. As we wrap this up, Jason, I want to say congratulations on being the super champ, the double champ, the man with the ring. Is there anything you want to do next?
Who do you want next?
I already said it. I want Cedric Doumbé, Cedric Dummy, Cedric Gummy, whatever they call him over there in Paris. That's the man that I want. Because, you know what I'm saying, they really believe this man is some type of legend or something and haven't done nothing in the sport of MMA, especially, you know what I'm saying, in PFL or Bellator. He won one fight, and these people thinking that this man gonna put me in a grave, talking about he digging a grave for me. But I said, listen, if you digging a grave for me, you better dig one for yourself. Because I'm telling you, I'm gonna hurt this man, and I don't think nobody believe me. Nobody don't believe me. And once I put something out there, I'm telling you, I'm gonna live up to that shit. That's one thing I know. So I'm hoping and praying this man win his next fight, because I want to fight him in Paris, where everybody gonna be booing, throwing trash, bring a fucking bed. You bring a bed, I'm telling you, I'll fuck him up and then fuck his girl on that shit. Remember that shit. I'm telling you.
Figuratively,
Hey, you're making Rampage so proud.
Figuratively, you're making Rampage proud.
No. It's this game. I'm not just coming from my soul, my heart. You know what I'm saying? That I'm hoping this man win his fucking fight.
Yeah.
Because he thinking I'm about this game shit and all that because he got more follower and all that shit. I don't give a fuck. I'm ready going to Lion Den. I'm ready to go to Paris. I want to hear everybody booing because I'm going to be soaking it in. Once I get there and I'll do what I'm telling I'm going to do, I want to hear that boo when I'm walking out of there.
I love it. You know what? And I apologize for saying you look like Bob Marley. I mean, related to Bob Marley. I apologize because now I think you related to Future.
Oh, that's right.
Thank you for watching the JAXXON podcast.
Hey, I get that shit all the time, bro. It's not even funny.